Okay. I think we're gonna get started.
Okay.
Welcome everybody to the adventures of Yet to Be Determined. We'll decide that later. This is our first session in our Community D&D. I guess you could say, what's up, Big Punisher? How's it going? Cool. So you three, and we'll have a kind of a time for you all to introduce yourselves, kind of in a little bit. But you all find yourself in the south of Neverwinter. Neverwinter being kind of like the London of Faerun, this giant, vast city. And you all have known each other for a little bit, through friends and acquaintances, kind of like starting a band. You try and find members of this traveling group of adventurers. You all decided you wanted to start an adventuring group. And like a band, trying to get your first gig, you ask around. And one of you knows of a set of dwarven brothers named the Rock Seekers. And one of them, the main spokesperson for the brothers, Gundren Rockseeker, he asked you to do a task for him. And so you all decided tonight is the night you all are going to gather to go on this quest tomorrow. And you're all from different parts of Neverwinter, and Neverwinter's so huge it could take like a day to travel from one side to the other. So you've spent this day kind of traveling, and you all meet each other at the Cloak and Stagger, a pub or a tavern at the southern side of Neverwinter. So y'all are sitting there with your drinks, and in walks this just stout dwarf. He's got a travel cloak on. He's got some leathers underneath it. You can see a little dagger at his side. And in with him walks a tall elven man. Sleek, dark hair, these kind of beautiful leather armor on. He's also got a travel cloak, a bow at his back, a rapier at his side. As they walk in, Gundren, you see him kind of whisper something to his tall compatriot, who goes and grabs a drink at the bar. And Gundren, seeing you all, kind of like notices you and walks to your table and goes, "Aye, our wonderful traveling companions, how are you tonight?"
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so great. Now he's going to go for it.
I'm gonna get up and move around the table and get up to Gundren and be like, "Oh, it's nice to see that the Rock Seekers are doing well." I'm gonna grab him on his cheek and like kind of.
What is What is Zook's last name?
My character is a grandma. She is a 262-year-old dwarven cleric. And I thought it would be a fun roleplay opportunity to play a grandma. So yeah. You
all can see Granny has this armor on. It's kind of like really old armor, but
it's very rusted.
It's very rusted, but you can kind of tell this probably used to be really nice armor. But right now it's got dents in it. It's a little beat up and old.
So Granny's last name, her family name is Zooks. So
Granny
Zooks.
Granny Zooks.
Yeah. She has the first name, but
we'll get there later maybe.
Exactly.
And Gundren will be like, "Oh, Granny, it's nice to see you, Granny Zooks." And you and anyway, he'll start to explain to you kind of your task. He tells you that he has hired you to escort a wagon to of goods, just mining equipment, to a shop called Barthen's Provisions in a town called Phandalin. And that's going to be a few days south of you on the high road. And he kind of explains to you that he has a business opportunity with his brothers down there, and this is kind of part of it. He's asking you to deliver this. He's going to give you 10 gold pieces each to accomplish this. He tells you it's probably not going to be too hard. Just a quick, just get the shit down there. He says that to you. He also tells you that he and his traveling companion are leaving tonight. So they're going to get down there before you, but they have to get down there quick. So he's asking you to take this stuff down there starting tomorrow. It's going to take you a few days. So he gives you kind of your marching orders, and he takes his flagon. He says, "To Phandalin," and he just
To Phandalin.
Phandalin.
Like, take a little drink.
and he just slams it down. He downs the rest of it, gets up, and marches off. Grabs his buddy on the way, and they head out. Now you guys can spend this time if you want to do a little talking to each other, or if you just want to go to bed and start the adventure tomorrow.
So I have a question.
Go for it.
Character here.
Yeah, go for it.
So here's everybody. If y'all talked about that before, my sound wasn't working. I missed.
No,
all that.
we did not. We're gonna have a second in a little bit to do that, but if you want to do it now, we can skip to it now if you'd like. So we've met Sam's character. He's
Granny Zooks.
Granny Zooks, a dwarven grandmother.
All right. Well, I'm Erden Crawfell. I'm a quarter elf rogue.
You write these down. Aridin.
Oh, I should write.
Erdan.
Is it Erden?
Erden.
Aridin.
Aridin is McKill. I always call y'all by I'll never call y'all by your real names. Y'all will always be gamer tags. Bonnie, what's your character's name again?
My name is Jen Malis. But
Did you change it?
Yeah, it's a new character,
I
brand new
am a
character.
Oh, okay, Jen.
But no, please
Oh.
don't call me Jen. May. You can call me May.
So May's the short.
Mhm.
Jenny from the block.
Nope, don't call her that.
If you want to spell it, it's JenMaelys.
Okay.
And I go by May.
One letter.
JenMaelys. And then May for short, right?
Yes.
May. And then what character are you?
I am a half elf paladin.
Awesome. And we can get to what's up, Hope? We can kind of describe our appearance later if you'd like, or however you'd like to. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah. Well, I got half elf paladin. What race did you pick? McCook, did you do
I'm a
human
quarter
or
elf.
He's a quarter elf.
quarter elf?
Just treat it like I have.
Good to be with my people.
I'm a dwarf.
All right. So you guys have a night of just chatting it up and kind of talking about tomorrow. You all go to sleep, and you wake up in the morning. And Gundren, before he left, he told you that the cart would be left for you, kind of down by the stable area. And so you guys get up and you head down there, and there it is. There's your cart. You tell them that you are the charge of Gundren Rockseeker. And they give you the reins to the cart. It's a pretty large cart. It's got 2 oxen driving it. There's no skill check required. Anybody can drive it. There's probably enough room for all of you if you two of you want to sit kind of up in the driver's area. And 2 of you in the or 1 of you in the back with the supplies.
Granny Zeus jumps in. She's ready to drive.
Okay.
Let's go.
So Granny Zeus takes the reins, and the 2 of you, May sits in the back, and I guess Erden, you want to sit up front with Granny?
Yeah, I'll sit up front with Granny.
All right. So
How
you got.
much does Granny talk? If she starts talking,
So
I think you sit up front, and then immediately Granny starts talking to you. And you're like, oh, there's something in the back. I gotta.
So Granny sits in the front. You all get down. Oh, here we go, darling! And all of a sudden, you see Erden put.
Ever since my Flit passed away.
You see Erden put his cloak up even further.
yeah.
The camera pans
I'm a
out.
very antisocial person. I'm not gonna hang around for much of that.
You all start going. The camera pans up from the cart up into the sky above the trees. The adventures of yet to be determined. All right, so you all make your way south outside of Neverwinter on the high road. Now, is there any conversations you would like to have? Anybody to describe how they look? This is kind of a time for you to If you all want to muse about how you might have met, or who of you probably knows Gundren and how this came about. It's good role play and improv opportunity.
I feel like Granny tells y'all that she knows Gundren just because she is a very old dwarf. And the dwarf families, first of all, that is like a true thing about like dwarves in Faerun. They have big families. So she at least knows of the family name. So she, she probably knows about it that way. And then, Granny wants to start adventuring again because like 100 years ago or so she used to be an adventurer until she retired. This is like her way back in, and then there's also like a sneaking suspicion that she has that's kind of gotten her back into this adventuring life as well. She is like a kind of a bigger dwarf because I don't know. I have her in at like just around 5 feet. She's very stocky. Like you could tell she used to be an adventurer. She's still got guns. Like she's
Like
muscle.
Like Fuzzle.
Yeah. And just very very white hair with a little gray. Yeah, and that's kind of the look I'm going for. Oh yeah, and then a very rusted set of armor. Yeah. It's like chainmail with like patch meal like plate and stuff like that, but technically it's chainmail.
Awesome. You don't have to share. You don't want to. It's just a chance if you'd like to.
Ron, I'm sitting on the back of the cart, mainly because I wanted to take off my shoes. I set them beside me in the cart so that I can watch the nature.
She has hobbit feet. No, just kidding.
Huh?
No.
I said the big secret is she has hobbit feet.
No.
And just so that I can see the scenery, the nature, and things pass by, and quiet my mind before we get into whatever we're gonna get into. Like I said, I'm a half elf. I've got darker skin, hazel eyes, long black locks that are piled on top of my head. I'm wearing a singlet, and then some chainmail that's got some like pattern and colored leather woven throughout it. And I'm coming from Neverwinter. I'm very familiar with the city because my father still lives there. And so I've heard of the dwarf. I don't even remember his
Gundren.
name.
Gundren Rockseeker.
Mhm. I've heard of them, but I don't know him well, just from being in the city. I'm always looking for an opportunity to meet new people, and to explore more and see new places. I think that I'm looking for something, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
So in the meantime, I'm good to just hang out with some good people and enjoy my travels.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Would you say that May, as soon as y'all got outside of the city, she was lighter, kind of?
Yes. Yeah, I prefer fresh air. And the air is not as fresh in the city.
Cool.
All right. I'll tell you a bit what my character looks like. My character really does not like people. So, he's not going to be talkative and just like reveal a bunch of stuff about himself yet.
Totally fine.
He was, he's a rogue, right? He's basically doing this because he's getting paid, right? So
Yeah.
He's small. He's a quarter elf, so his father was half elf. His mother's human. His mother's still alive. She lives in Neverwinter. He's wearing leather armor, a dark cloak. He's got a short bow, rapier, some daggers on him. He's not rich. I mean, his stuff is in decent shape, but it's a little worn and ragged. and he just kind of wants to be left to himself, and he's not very talkative. So
Wait, he picked the seat to someone who's talk enough for the both of you. As you continue on, Granny Zooks tells you all about her travels and her former adventures, I'm sure. You guys go about a day and a half, and you turn east onto Tribord Trail. Now, the high road that you were traveling on was the main highway, right, that goes between the major cities on the Sword Coast, the western coast of Faerun. This is the main road that goes from Waterdeep to Neverwinter. It's safe, well-traveled. Tribord Trail is... It's not like a dirt road, but it's not like a nice main highway either. You can see once you get to this T intersection, you can see a sign to the left that says Icespire Peak and Phandalin, which is the town that you all have been tasked to take this wagon to. You all turn and you continue without incident. Now, a couple hours along Tribord Trail, you see in the distance something blocking the road. What would you like to do?
Can I investigate? Just
Yeah.
like roll a check to see what it is.
Sure.
Is there like fire and stuff, or
There's no fire. No, there's no fire.
So like, how far off is this? Like,
19?
A little bit of a ways. 19. You can see, if you're looking closer, you see there are actually 2 dead horses in the road ahead of you. And you're still on the wagon, right?
I just, yeah, I'm on the wagon. I like pat, Arden? Aridin. Okay. I pat Aridin and like kind of like I don't like yell to May because I don't want to like make a presence known any more than it actually is right now, which probably is, and say that there's like a trouble up ahead.
Sure. So you also see, so the way this is going, where these 2 horses are, it looks like the road goes kind of right next to an embankment. So on the right side of the road is a kind of steep embankment, and on either side there are thick brambles and bushes and things like that.
Okay. Can we stop the cart early and ambush the ambushers?
You have no idea there's anything besides 2 dead horses on the road.
Well, you just said there's a steep incline. I don't know.
Okay. What your characters know is there's 2 dead horses and that are kind of blocking your.
Yeah, how much cover is there around that? Is it wooded area? Is it?
It's kind of means like it's not trees. It's kind of just thick, like tall hedges kind of idea. So wild bushes and hedges and things like that. The left side, on the left, there is forest kind of beyond it. So you have like the road, the bushes a little bit, and then like forest that leads off. And on the right side, you have that kind of steep embankment and some more bushes on either side of that embankment.
Okay.
You all stop the cart?
Yeah, I want to stop the car.
Okay. Would you like to go up and investigate the horses?
I really want to go investigate the horses.
I want to investigate like the hillside because I don't want to get jumped.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with that. Like, I don't know. I guess that's Granny's like thought process.
Okay.
She sees this big hill. She thinks they got ambushed. You know.
Okay. Cool.
So.
Yeah, I'm kind of wary of an ambush as well. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my bow out and explore.
May, so you said you wanted to go up to the horses?
I'm trusting the other 2 to just kind of cover my back, but I really want to go and just check to see that the horses are actually dead. And if they are dead, just bless them in the death.
Okay. So you walk up to these horses. Roll an investigation check for me. So roll the 20 and then add your investigation modifier.
Oh,
Which is pretty good, I think. Wait, is it? Oh. Never mind. It's not. It's just a straight roll. It's a straight D20. Wait, what'd you roll?
2.
2. Okay. So you automatically
Owls
notice
appear to be dead.
that they are dead. These horses are dead. Anything but a natural one would have.
That's so strange.
Yeah. So you also notice these kind of arrows in these horses, and on the arrows are crow feathers. You would know as any type of a warrior that most arrows are made, and people who would live in the city or something like that, they make their arrows out of something like eagles or hawks or something like that. But these are made out of crow, very rough kind of arrows. You also notice that these are Gundren and his companions' horses.
Where are
The
my
oth-
companions?
The other two, there's no sign of their bodies. The other two, what are you guys doing?
I'm investigating like the like you said, the hillside of the
All right, so you're going up the hill, right? All right, I'm gonna take the other side of the road and be kind of investigating the hedge there and off towards the wood. You know, just looking in that direction, see if there's anybody around.
Okay. You want me to roll investigation or?
Roll a perception check, Sam.
Ooh. 18. Yeah, man, 2 good rolls.
18. Yeah, you see on that side very, very thick brambles. Trying to walk through them, it's just like you can only go about like a quarter to a half of what you would normally walk.
Okay.
Just very thick. You kind of walk up towards the embankment, and you can get up it from that side. Obviously, from the road, you can't drive up on it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can walk up it, without any trouble.
So there's nothing really up there. Doesn't look like anything's rustled recently or
No.
any kind of paths through it. Okay.
No, you might
probably
maybe
go back down and
animals
join-
passing through.
Probably join Meg and then.
Erden, are you going the other side?
Yeah, I'm on the other side of the road, kind of investigating the hedge, looking.
Okay.
Something kind of downhill towards the forest or in that direction or something.
Yeah. So he went on the right side from where you were going. The south side of the road would it be? You're going towards the north side. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Where's my perception? 14.
14. You start walking through the bushes, and you hear a and as you stick your head through a particular bramble, you see a goblin who's trying his hardest to sneak, and you all just go face to face to each other, and he just goes, "Ah!" I need everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Oh. Initiative's not something dwarves are good at.
No, not.
-1, so.
Oh my word.
At 11.
Oh man, the goblins rolled very well.
I rolled a 6,
They rolled a 6.
I
So.
rolled 5.
which I feel is very bad considering I was like
You
looking.
saw them. Yeah.
But by seeing them, you prevented a surprise
Yeah,
round.
Ambush.
But
Yeah.
I feel like I should have done better than that.
Hey, you know what? I think eventually you get advantage on initiative checks. But hey, we're just level 1 adventurers right now. Where'd my pencil go?
All right.
Oh, come on!
I will point out that my 6 is including my +3 to initiative.
You rolled a 3. Oh no. Okay.
What if I roll a 1 on initiative? I would have a 0 initiative. Just one turn. Can you have a negative in it? Like that's a normal thing? I didn't even like when I
It's
was
just
making
good. It's
it, I
just
was like,
0. I mean, it's whatever it is.
That's what, yeah. I thought it was a 0.
You
was the
still get to
minimum.
go that turn.
Did anybody roll
Yeah.
20, 15, and
thought 0 was
between 15 and 20?
No.
No.
10 and 15?
I'll really rub it in, buddy.
Okay, 5 through 10.
Well, I
5,
rolled an
6.
11.
Okay.
Wait, I still rolled better than y'all.
Okay.
Got an 11.
So Granny goes.
She was ready for this.
Granny. Then it goes. Wait, May. What was yours?
5.
5. Okay, so it goes Erden
Granny's
before
doing
you.
like a little thing where like you're like really ready for a fight. She's like hopping a little. She's like throwing out her arms. She's getting really excited about it.
So right now, where you all are, you're in a bush, Erden. or you kind of just stuck your head into a bush.
But am I still basically on the road?
You're kind of on the road. You're up next to
I
the.
didn't like wander far into.
No. You're still on the road proper, basically, but you started to go into the bush, like you got your body up to it, and you're like,
Yeah.
bah! And you see the goblin.
What was that again?
Bah! You see the goblin. All right, so that goblin right next to you rolled a natural 20. So he sees you and just like surprised, scared, just like with his like scimitar and just slices at the thing he sees right in front of him. He rolled a 14. Does that hit your armor class, sir?
My armor class is a 14.
14. So he hits it. And he is going to roll.
I have any cover since I'm on the other side of the bush.
No, not really. I'm sorry. You don't have uncanny dodge, do you? But he only does 3 points of damage.
I don't have anything yet.
No, he did 2 points of damage. So 2 points of damage to you, sir.
Nothing.
You see a second goblin who also rolled a natural 20 run out of the bushes. And the first person that he saw was May. So he's going to run out at you, inspecting the horses, and he's going to swing his scimitar at you.
Close are all of us together, like me and May and.
You're probably like 10 feet away from them. Okay. Granny's probably about 10 feet away from May. Probably didn't get all the way down yet from the bushes, but on the road. Yep. And it rolled a 9. I don't think a 9's going to hit you.
Yeah.
It does not. Okay, and you see another one. So these bushes kind of are probably about 20 feet long. There was one that was next to you, kind of at the front of the bushes, Erden. Then there was another one right from the middle, and then on the farther side, you see just a little. You hear an arrow shoot out towards Granny. And that one rolled a 19 on its initiative. Yeah, I was like. Kind of on the far side of the brambles from you. You have not seen it yet. You just hear you see an arrow shoot out towards May or towards Granny, and that's going to be a 13. Does a 13 hit you, Granny?
Oh no.
13 does not hit you. Okay.
Yeah.
So Granny just kind of reflex instinct. All of a sudden just hears it's been 100 years, but still the instinct kicks in, and she hears the just shield up and just smashes it away. All right. So those goblins went, and now it is Granny Zooks. You see, you don't see the goblin that just hit Erden. You see the goblin that rushed towards May, and you don't see the goblin that shot the arrow at you yet.
Well then I'll just go for the one that rushed towards me.
Okay.
I'll run towards it and I rolled a natural 9 plus 2.
That does not hit it.
No!
So it goes to swing at May, misses, and all of a sudden just sees you and just kind of just backs up a little bit and just does the whole stomach, butt back, stomach, and goes right underneath.
I just say, I'm rusty like this armor.
I'm rusty. Rusty like this armor. Erden, you have a goblin right in front of you.
Oh, it's my turn now.
This is your turn.
So I cannot attack the one attacking May without drawing an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. The definitive threat to you is the one directly in front of you.
So I'm going to. So I have a rapier and a dagger. I'm going to do a dual attack.
Oh, you can do that at level 1?
Everybody can do it, right? You can do 2 weapon moves.
Oh, and you just don't get proficiency on the offhand.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So attack, with your rapier first and then dagger second?
Right, yeah.
Do it.
So, I need bigger numbers on these stats. All right, that was a roll of 14, but that's where's my proficiency at? 2. So 16.
So 16, you hit it. Go and roll. You kind of I don't know if you had your rapier out, but if I could imagine you didn't, but as it slashed at you, you unsheathed your rapier, and as you did, you like sliced up at it, kind of right across his torso, and you hit it. So go ahead and roll the damage.
That's 6.
6 damage. All right, you hit it, and you hear this just awful. Just doing our job. And it did not like that at all. Are you gonna hit it with your dagger?
Yeah, I'll try with the dagger now.
Okay.
Alright, it's just a 10.
Just a 10. You do not hit it that time. It takes the blow, this gruesome blow to itself, and then as you kind of bring the dagger to stick it right in the face, he kind of just ducks down and gets out of the way. May, it is your turn.
Okay.
You have a goblin's right on you. You see Erden hitting something, and then you saw a bolt coming out of the bushes.
Well, I'm gonna try and take care of the one that's coming towards me.
Fair.
Can you remind me how to roll?
Yeah, so you do your 20-sided, and then you add your hit bonus on your battle axe,
Okay.
which is 5. So you roll a d20 and add 5.
12, 17.
17, you hit it. So
Dang.
now go ahead and roll the 8-sided, and then add 3 to it.
8.
8 points of damage. So this goblin runs up to you, swings at you and misses, and you just stand up, take your battle axe out, and chop its head off. It is dead. 8 equals 0. Cool. So from the same end that you got shot at before, Zooks, you see another bolt come at you. And another goblin, a 4th, is going to shoot at you. And roll a natural 19. I think that's going to hit. It's going to do damage. It does a nice 2 damage. Granny Zooks, you just have you bring the shield up again, but right before it can go all the way off, you just go kind of right in your shoulder, and you get 2.
That one hit me.
Did I say May?
I thought you did, but that's fine. No, that's okay.
Granny.
That's
Okay. Back to the top with the goblin that is staring at Erden. You hit him. You hit him hard, and he didn't like it. So he is going to... Actually, you know what? 1 second. He is actually going to use an action to disengage from you. He did not like that you hit him so hard. And he's, as a matter of fact, kind of scared of you. So he's going to disengage, run out of the bush towards the direction that he was supposed to go. Towards the other guy that ran out of the bush. As he does, he sees his friend get his head chopped off. So in an attempt to seek retribution, he's going to run at May and attack you with his scimitar. Roll natural 17, which is going to be 21, which I think hits. Measly 2 points of damage to May as he runs up. For Gert! And he just,
for Kurt.
ching, and it hits your armor a little bit. It hurts. It stings. Cool. And then that goblin's dead. Boop. And the first archer that shoots at Granny is going to shoot you again. 14 plus 4, that's 18. They are rolling pretty good. And that's going to be just another 2 points of damage.
To Granny.
To Granny. 2 points of damage to Granny. And it is now Granny's turn. So you have that one goblin's dead. One goblin just ran up and swung at May.
Well, I'm right next to May, so I feel like I have to kill the goblin right here, or
Okay.
I'll take an attack of opportunity. So yeah, I'm gonna swing at this one as well. Yeah. I'll just swing with. Oh no! Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, how far are the ones that are shooting arrows at us?
They're probably like 20, 25 feet
Yeah.
from you.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and imbue my my warhammer with a little bit of magic from my forge domain.
Ooh.
So it's not even like a channel divinity; it's like a once daily kind of thing. From what I am gathering.
Okay.
And because yeah, Granny was really upset she missed. And I'll say, "You yellow belly sapsucker."
Whoa.
She doesn't want to curse. And she rolled a 21, so
Oh yeah, it hits.
she definitely hit. And it's a D8 plus 3 now. So 7 damage.
What kind of energy? What's the spell you used?
It literally just made it a +1 weapon. That was
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's you can look at down my additional features.
At
and
first
stuff like
level, oh, you can imbue magic. Okay. So, May, you would see this. You see Granny kind of just like says that that racial slur at the goblin, and you see her what is she using? Her warhammer, which kind of looks like a giant smithing hammer, kind of light up a little bit. And as she does, she kind of swings up, boom, and hits the chin of the goblin, and the thing just goes flying and drops on the ground. Dead.
Good shot, Granny.
All right.
Didn't take that off.
She
though.
seems
Didn't take that off,
visibly excited.
It's like, oh, it's happening!
Getting back into the groove.
So now it is Airden's turn. You see those two goblins that were in melee are dead now, and you know you don't see them yet, but you know at probably the edge of this hedge, probably like 25 feet from you, there are
the hedge.
2 more goblins shooting from inside.
So I cannot actually see them, right?
Not yet. No, you saw the bolts came from the kind of like where, like how this guy was hiding, probably over on that side. You figure there are 2 more goblins that are hiding over there.
Okay. Can they see me?
Not right now. No, they can only see the 2 on the road.
Okay.
Bans people while playing D&D. Wow.
I'm going to. I guess I'm going to try to hide and sneak up, like sneak around, get behind him or something.
I love
I
it.
can't.
So roll a stealth check.
Ah, I suck so bad at this.
It's okay.
That is a 9.
That was with your +5?
With my +5.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. And do you want to go on like kind of the back side of the hedge and kind of start making your way that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you you make your way to the area where you think you saw them shooting from. Now go ahead and make a perception or an investigation check. Or no, perception check, sorry. You're kind of searching through the bushes to see if you can see them, their exact location, kind of for your next attack.
5.
A 5. You don't see them yet, but you know you're kind of in the area. You just can't.
Yeah.
You know, you hear the bolts, but you can't like see them. And I'm gonna roll.
Worst rogue ever.
You're a level 1 adventurer. Luckily, it doesn't seem that they have noticed you.
That's shocking.
Well,
Considering how bad I'm rolling.
they are goblins who are firing at other people who didn't initially see you. All right, Airden, you creep up there. You feel, even though you know what you rolled, you feel so sneaky. It is May's turn.
So the goblins around us are dead.
Yeah.
And
You saw
I
the
see-
direction of the bolts. You don't
Okay.
see the physical goblins, but you can run up to the bush and make a perception check if you like.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Sick.
Aridin,
You don't see him. He's behind. You kind of see him sneak behind.
Shockingly, based on how badly I rolled my.
with her passive perception, she saw you sneak back there. You did what?
Did
I
you roll
got
20?
20.
Natural 20. You see both of the goblins right there, just kind of like a couple feet apart from each other. And they think they're very sneaky as well. And you kind of just leer down at one of them, and they're like, "She can see us." Go ahead and roll an attack at whatever one you want to roll at.
Let's see. That is 10.
Plus.
How far am I away from the goblin?
You're about 5 feet. You could, if you wanted to stand back and throw javelin, or you can just go.
I want to try that.
You want to try that? Okay.
Oh yeah, javelins are dope.
I would have said if you didn't roll as high on your perception, you wouldn't be able to do that. But you rolled nat 20, so what you see time and space, so you can throw a javelin because of that.
Yeah. So that's 10 plus 5, 15.
15. So you that just hits. So you can roll an attack. You see, Granny. You see May just like. She starts running, but then she sees it. She's like, her eyes glow, and she just like sees it, and all of a sudden she gets really confident.
That's the eye of the tiger.
She gets really confident, and just instead of running up, you know she probably could if she wanted to, but instead of running up, she just goes and just tosses a javelin. Roll damage.
I did. And do I get +3?
+3, yeah.
No. I need to roll. I rolled the wrong one. Sorry.
You have javelins, right? Yeah, you have javelins. So plus the square, and then +3.
Okay. 9.
You rolled full damage. Okay. So, Erden, you sneak up behind these goblins, and all of a sudden you hear, "She sees us," and you just see one. You hear, and one of them falls back, like right next to you, back through the bush with like a javelin just stuck in its chest, and it's just
That's
it's
so
just out.
sick.
So that killed it?
That killed it. Yeah, it's 2 1-shots for May right now.
That's what paladins are good at.
That's what paladins are good at, indeed.
They're boss killers.
All right, this last goblin, it's probably, it's about further than 5. It's it's probably like 10 feet from you, or like 7 feet from you, Erden. So at this point, seeing all of its brethren, this was supposed to be an ambush. They were like, we just did this a little bit ago, and this was supposed to be an easy thing. It's just like looks around, just takes off running. So it just takes off running into the woods on the same side as Erden. Now, it didn't see you, Erden, sneak up because it rolled a 3 on its perception check. So I'm going to give you a chance to do an attack of opportunity as it's trying to escape into the woods behind you.
Oh, he's close enough for that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Missed.
What'd you roll?
9.
+5.
No. 9 including 5.
Oh no. Yeah, so you because you didn't see where it was either. You are also surprised at this goblin just running out of the bush directly at you, and you're just like, "Ah!" and you swing at it, and it just misses it.
Yeah.
But you now see this goblin running in the woods behind you. Would you like to say anything? I'll give you an opportunity to shout out to your party as you see it running.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell that, hey, he's running this way.
Okay.
After him.
Oh, Granny Zooks books it. but I don't
Okay,
think
so Granny,
gonna
it's
do
actually your
anything.
turn next.
How far away?
You were probably like 15 feet from it, and it got about 30 feet away. So you could probably do double movement to get to it, or you could probably use your how you probably like what 25 feet. Yeah, you could probably use your normal movement to get through the bushes, and then if you want to double move to try and get next to it. you
Sure.
can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just like be right on tail. I'm just gonna like start taunting it. I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna catch you. And so excited by the kill.
Yeah.
Granny's like, I'm back, baby, and you just see it's like charging through the
I'm
brambles.
just yelling, "We killed your friends!"
Oh my god, what's your alignment? Neutral, okay. Cool. So that you get up next to it. So it's Granny's turn. Airden, it is your turn again. You see the goblin got about 30 feet away from you, which I believe as a half elf or a quarter elf, you should be able to get up to it if you'd like to go up and hit it. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
So that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to go up and do another dual wield attack on him. Do I get advantage or not?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just normal attack.
I don't know how panicked he was running away,
I mean, he's pretty panicked, but
but he's not. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. The rapier is an 11.
Including the 5.
Yes.
Okay. Then roll your dagger.
Not rolling well today.
Hey.
Also an 11.
Also an 11. Okay. So it is just and it's just able to it's super short and you're kind of like way taller than it, so trying to just navigate and it just happens to kind of duck out of the way as it's running. Somehow. All right. So would you like to move at all? Like get up ahead of it?
Who are you talking to?
You, Airden. Oh wait, you just got up to it. Never mind. You just got up to it. Yeah, you just got up to it. Okay, cool. May, it is your turn.
So I see that Iridan and Granny have gone after the.
Yeah.
What I
So you didn't
took
actually
the
see.
last-
You heard it kind of run through the opposite side of the bush, and you saw Granny. I'm gonna get you, and run kind of through the bush. You're probably about 5 feet away from the bushes, so you would also have to double move to get up next to it. But if you wanted to roll another, get through the bushes, you would just be able to throw. I'd probably say you'd be able to throw a javelin with disadvantage. Or, which means you roll 2 and take the negative, take the less of it. Or you can double move to get up next to it.
So I'm assuming this is the last.
You kind of, assume.
Then to be honest, I'm kind of feeling a little bit low for killing 2 of them already. And I'm going to stay with the cart, since I know that Aridin and Granny are going after the.
Okay, so you trust your partner are going to go and take care of this, and you're just going to go back to the cart and
to make sure that, just to secure it,
make sure there's no other goblins trying to take any stuff.
Yeah.
Good point.
Somebody says, "You got this."
Also, as I'm walking back to the cart, I take off.
You take off your shoes. Okay, cool. I love it. All right, so Goblin has now 2 people next to it. Is going to use his disengage action and keep moving. It's going to keep on running. So it gets probably another 30 feet away from you all. That's going to be all it does. Granny, you're up.
All right. Granny is desperate because she knows she's not going to catch up to this thing if it's faster than her. She's going to move up 25 feet, and she's literally going to throw her warhammer at it.
Okay.
Which, I don't even know how that works. How would you even...
I think you...
Disadvantage, or...
A warhammer... Well...
Being thrown.
Yeah.
That's the thing, yeah.
It's not a throw.
Not a thrown weapon, though.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know there are some hammers that are technically,
Right.
but
there are hammers you can throw, but not.
yeah, I see. Get back! I love it.
I don't really have anything that I want to like waste on it. I guess I could Sacred Flame him.
You could,
Make it
if
a
you
little
like.
easier. I don't know. I just kind of want to be lost in the rage.
All right. So roll it with disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happens. 13.
Misses. I misses.
13.
13 misses.
Spooky goblins.
So you see this. She takes it like, whoa! Just like throws the warhammer and just goes kind of past it, and it sees it, and it's like and kind of goes off to the left a little bit and veers out of the way. You would now have to take an action to go and pick that up.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So it probably flies. I mean, it probably flies 40, past 30 feet, clangs a little bit. It's probably like about 40 feet away from you. On its turn, it picks it up. No, I'm just kidding. Airden is now your turn.
Sacred flame it.
I chase him down to dual attack again.
Do it! Come on, baby.
No. 9.
Come on, baby! For both of them?
No, I'm just saying 9 was the first attack.
Okay.
13.
13 misses. We'll just say, That was the only weapon Granny Zooks has, right?
I mean, I can sacred flame them.
Okay. We'll just say, I'm gonna, how am I gonna do this? We need to keep chasing this guy.
He can run off. He can run off. I think Granny lets him after that. Like, Granny probably just gives up chase.
All right, so Granny throws her hammer, kind of just like stops. Airden, you miss, and it just keeps running. Would you like one more chance to run up to it and try and hit it?
Yeah, I'm gonna chase him.
Okay, you're gonna chase him, and just another round of this.
I chase him down until I can't.
Okay, you chase him down. Go for it. He's gonna keep running. You just keep on doing your thing.
All right, finally, 21.
Oh, that hits.
Right. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. You take your rapier and just stab it through the back. It can't run anymore, and it slumps down to the ground.
Goblin, that's for my family.
Oh, really? Ah, it's awesome. You took a goblin. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
I'm very vengeful that way.
Granny, you just barely see. You're kind of walking up to pick up your war. You're walking up to pick up your warhammer, and you see him finish the last goblin.
Oh man.
All right.
Grab the warhammer.
My family's dead, so I'm chasing him down and killing him.
All right.
I'm gonna walk back over to the carts. I'm going to grab May's javelin from the goblin. I'll like pull the just give it back to May.
Nice. So you all walk back.
Forget these.
So you all back.
Do they have anything worth looting?
Would you like to loot the body?
Sure.
They have some like pretty rocks on them, and just like a couple copper pieces. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. On all of the goblins, you see these pretty rocks. It just looks like rocks they picked up from the river, and they have like with the little like when you were a kid, you're like, this is gold, but it's just a rock with some shiny bits to it.
Sign on it.
Yeah, so you could tell they just like the little shiny rocks they picked up in the river, and that was kind of.
Oh.
They were trying to kill us.
You would know just by being. Goblins are purely evil, vengeful creatures.
And they love shiny things.
No shiny things, apparently. Cool. So, May, you're at the.
If they like shiny things, they appreciate beauty in the world.
You, as far as these four goblins are concerned, you will never know. It was also an option. Just saying, it was also an option to capture that fourth one if you wanted to.
No, I didn't.
Would you
I did
all?
not.
So these four goblins, kind of thinking about what just happened. These four goblins came out where you guys thwarted this ambush. Congratulations, Airden. That could have gone really bad if four goblins had a free shot at you, but they didn't. You guys were able to beat them. The cart's fine. You have two dead horses, Gundren and his friend. What would you like to do?
Wait, did we find the bodies of Gundren and his friend?
You're not finding
No.
bodies. Would you like to investigate further?
Yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna say, let's investigate the horses. Like, is there anything in the saddlebags or that belongs to Gundren and those guys, or anything that might tell us what's going on? Or
Go up, and I'll say you all can roll an investigation check. Who wants to investigate the horses more?
I want to investigate, like, if anyone other than our tracks, if anything was like taken away.
Okay, so
That's, like, specifically.
So Erden can investigate the horses, but Granny wants you to roll a survival.
Oh, good. That's like
check.
something I have.
So Erden, do an investigation for me.
24.
24. Okay. So Granny, you are kind of just looking around the area. You kind of think about where that goblin was running, whether it was intentional, and you find pretty easily a trail, kind of along the way where that goblin was going, kind of on the far side of the bushes from where you guys came. And looking at the footprints, you see about enough footprints to be about, you'd say, around a dozen or so goblins, and you see drag marks for what look like two human-sized bodies. So 2 humanoid-sized body drag marks, also going that direction. The direction that the goblin
I'll
was
report back and
running.
tell them that I think I know what happened to our friends.
Okay. Erden,
So, 8.
you're rolling 8. With that, you kind of see the same stuff that mated with these are the goblin arrows, obviously, that you just... But you look for the saddlebags, and you notice that these saddlebags are completely looted. There's kind of and any bags or anything you see on these horses are wiped clean.
I think we should follow the trail.
Yeah, let's go pursue those guys.
Okay. Is that what you guys are feeling?
Mhm.
Okay.
Can we, I don't know, tie up the oxen somewhere?
Yeah. So these oxen are pretty. I mean, they're really well trained. This is not their first trip, on this road. They weren't even like spooked at all, really. You are able to kind of pull the wagon.
Let's get it out of the way so people don't just come by and loot it as it's sitting in the middle of the road or whatever. But,
Yeah. You all are. It's pretty easy for you to kind of pull it behind where the goblins were, kind of into the trees, and tie the oxen off to one of the trees there and make sure it's secure. And you can even, if someone wants to, cover up with brambles or bushes or whatever you want to try if you'd like. I don't think you. The Tribord Trail is not as traveled. Phandalin is still kind of like a pretty small town. There's not much going. If it was the high pass or the high road, maybe. But you're pretty confident that this would be pretty good. And you all would like to make off towards those goblins, towards the trail?
Yeah, let's follow the goblin trail.
Okay.
We can.
I want you to...
Or are we going to have to, do... I mean, is it fairly clear, or are we going to have to, do a lot of checks to keep up with it, or whatever?
I mean, you can see the path. Yeah, it's not going to take long to... It's a pretty developed... I mean, there's dozens and dozens of goblins that have been marching up and down for a while. You kind of figured this was kind of like with the survival check, you kind of imagine this was probably a normal ambush spot that these goblins would have used to kind of harass this road.
Okay.
So you're able to... I need you to... what is your marching order, though? How would you like to do this? Who would you like to be in front, back, middle?
Who's like the heaviest clad?
Probably you.
Probably you.
Actually? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're a big beefy. You probably got disadvantage on your stealth checks with that armor.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if the paladin had just the same armor as me.
I
I am a dwarf, so I have more hit points and stuff. So
true. Let me see.
yeah, I'll go up front, and then I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself. I'll cast one of my spells.
Okay.
Because I'm down to 7.
You're gonna go front?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll wait for my healing spell because I can cast it in battle if I just use a bonus action. So.
For May, for your kind of knowledge, as far as when you take damage, you have 2 rest options. You guys could at this moment, if you'd like to take a short rest, which is 30 minutes to an hour, just a quick like breather. And you all have 1 hit dice right now, which is you would roll for you it would be a D10, for Granny an 8, and for I think Airden an 8 as well. You'd roll that, add your Constitution modifier, and then that's how much you would heal on a short rest. A long rest is your full night's sleep, which is 8 hours, and you get everything back, full health, everything. If you all feel like you are good enough for that, and you are not, I know it's probably like, what, 9 damage between all of you that was taken?
Yeah, I took 2 points of damage.
You took 2 points. I know someone took, Grange, you took hit twice, I think?
I got hit twice.
You lost 4,
So
I
I'm at
think.
7. Yeah.
So
Then-
I'm at 7 hit points. I think we're all... are we
7,
all-
Wait,
7.
how much should Granny lose?
She got-
I lost 4,
4.
so I'm at 7
And then,
because dwarves kind of start off a little harder.
yeah. And Airden lost 2, and that's at 7 out of his 9, right?
Yes.
Yeah, every time I like level up, I get like 1 extra HP and stuff, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but at like 5-10 levels later, that could save your life.
Big, beefy girl. All right.
So I don't know what you guys want to do. My vote is not to take the short rest yet. Cause
Yeah, I think I want to follow this guy. I want to make sure that. Well, if it's hostages, I don't want them to get like eaten. Or
Yeah,
anything.
and then also like if we
You know.
take it now, we can't take another. Like we have to long rest before we can.
Right now it's probably mid-afternoon right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. My vote is to pursue them because like if 2 people's lives are in danger, like we can make it.
Yeah.
And I have healing spells. I'm assuming May does. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true.
I do.
Do you have spells yet though?
Not spells, but I have the,
Lay on hands.
hands.
Oh, okay.
You could do. I think you have 5 points right now.
Mhm.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
That's
let's just keep going.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so it's like
I think
mid-afternoon.
if we were
3
there,
o'clock.
like that's what I would do in that situation. I want to save someone's over
Yeah.
just
Okay.
resting up a little bit.
Alrighty. So the marching order is Granny, Airden, and May.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all set off on this goblin trail. About 10 minutes of walking.
I want to sing. No, I'm just kidding.
You wanna all of a sudden, Airden comes out of his shell. Yeah, you're just like, wow. These last couple of days, you haven't talked at all. You haven't said a word, and all of a sudden, you start takes a pan flute out. I'm just kidding.
It's hilarious, though. He started
What is it?
with-
A keytar, which would be a lute. Just kidding. 10 minutes in. What is your passive perception, Granny? So it's 10 plus 10 plus your
Wisdom.
8 plus your perception modifier.
Okay, so
No, 10
12.
10 plus your perception modifier. Sorry.
Okay, 13.
13. Okay.
I'll put that
You
in right now.
you are walking and you are about to step and you see barely see a circle on the ground of rope with another part of that rope leading towards a tree.
Ooh, I step back and I like. Hold on, folks.
Hold on, kitties.
Exactly. Let's step off just to the side real quick. Is it like a rope trap that would like
It'd be
pull us up?
it's a snare. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you stepped on it, you would have been launched up into that tree.
I wonder if they would know if we trigger like should we trigger it so they come and then we can ambush them, or should we just go around it and then like keep on the trail?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh man, I'm rolling good. Oh, 13.
At least one of us is.
Hey, you got that last one in one shot. You kind of investigate the trap. You follow the rope where it attaches to the branch that's kind of bent down, and you don't see any other mechanism besides that. There's no like noisemaker or anything. It's a pure trap.
Let's just
right?
go around it. Yeah.
Do you have
and keep
thieves'
going.
tools, Airden?
Do I have what?
Are you
Yeah,
proficient in thieves' tools?
Yes.
You could probably easily deactivate
Set
it if
it
you
off.
want, or we can just walk around it.
And then on our screen we see like plus 10 XP.
No, he sees plus 10 XP.
Oh no, not party XP. No, I'm kidding. What kind of game is this? This is utter trash.
For the fight, it's group XP.
I mean, I'd say
You probably
just-
don't- you don't
now we know it's there. Let's just leave it.
Yeah,
There's
you,
not- I don't
cool.
think-
You guys can now that you can see it, you easily can walk around it.
Yeah.
Do you continue on in the same order?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Granny has like an extra eye out though. No,
Okay.
she's like
Cool.
extra precautious.
You continue on. Congratulations, you solved my snare puzzle.
Oh,
Continuing on, you about 10 more minutes. Grant, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh man. Okay. That is a 12.
All right, Granny, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Probably not your strong suit.
Not.
If only
good.
you had a rogue in the party.
18. Get wrecked.
18.
yeah.
You two behind. You two behind.
-1, so 17.
-1.
Yeah, I know.
You two in front see Granny. All of a sudden, she starts to shrink, or she starts to seep down into the ground. She starts to fall, and then somehow is able to just like turn herself and kind of like grab onto the side, kind of with her one hand on her knee, and is able to like kind of pull herself up. But from that, you see this facade fall, and it is this pit in the ground that's about 6 feet wide, and you
Dang.
go up to the edge of it, and you can see it's about 10 feet deep.
All right, we're gonna go pull her out.
Well, no, she caught herself. So she caught herself on the ledge. She was starting to fall. Then somehow you see this stout dwarf kind of like one knee on the edge, but you can help her up. Yeah.
It's the fastest you've ever seen a dwarf. It's the fastest Granny's ever seen.
But
herself.
because she's like 260 years old, she's kind of like stuck there. She's like, oh,
My back.
with this like 100 pounds of metal on her, and her, it's been a while.
Right,
you know.
so we're gonna go like give her a hand.
Yeah.
And pull her out.
Give her a help her. You take no damage. Wow, Granny Sooks with an 18 or 17 dexterity saving throw. Okay, I was like in my mind, I'm like, please fail, please fail.
I'm so sorry.
No, but you did. No, I meant the perception check because I just wanted to see what happens. All right. Congratulations, you solved my pit puzzle. All right.
Do you want me to go first?
Probably done with now, but yeah, please do.
All right. So you all continue on, and at this point, you're kind of going through kind of original East Coast woods, right? Tall trees, and then like underbrush, right? You have this trail that kind of is leading.
East Coast woods look like.
I'm sure you do, sir. You've studied the Battle of Gettysburg. Okay.
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, never mind. You studied the Revolutionary. No, I'm just kidding. So there's kind of like, what, like underbrush, like, big bushes and stuff and things like that. But this trail's leading you through. At a certain point, though, it starts to open. And who's in front right now? Is it Zook still?
I think we.
Or Airden is like, let me go. Let me go first. Let me handle it. This is what I'm trained for. And so Airden kind of goes ahead. And Airden, you see kind of in front of you this clearing. And at about your 11 o'clock, you see kind of this sheer face of. You've kind of been seeing hills kind of throughout the where you are in the road, like that one hill you saw that was an embankment, kind of opened up into all those other hills in the distance. You kind of been walking with this hill to your one side, but you open up and you have kind of the bushes to your right side and kind of a hill along or further that way. But then in front of you to kind of your 11 o'clock, you see kind of a sheer face.
Yeah.
What is that noise?
And then directly in front of you, you can see this stream ahead of you, probably about 50 feet in front of you. So it's about 50 feet of clearing. A little stream, probably about 10 feet wide. Pretty slow moving, going into what looks like a pretty sizable cave face, probably about 20 feet tall, you would say. And on the other side of the embankment, you see some more brambles and bushes and kind of thick brush. What would you like to do?
All right, so we're not just kind of like step out in the open. We're gonna kind of
Sneak.
back and take a look at. So there's a cave there, right?
Yeah. So you have.
So is there a way to like sneak, like instead of just walking right up to the mouth of the cave, can we kind of sneak around the edges of the woods?
You could sneak to your left, get up to kind of where this rock face is, but the bushes don't really go all the way to where this cave face is. So you have probably like 10 feet of kind of just plain rock between the cave opening and the bushes. Yeah. And this is like that thick stuff. You're gonna even sneaky, you're gonna make a little bit of noise if you really want to go true sneaky. And then to go on kind of the other side, if you wanted to go on your right side, you could walk through the bushes and you'd have to go over the stream if you wanted to get on the other side of the cave face.
Okay. So
go ahead and make a perception check for me, Airden, just because you're in front.
16.
16. Okay, you kind of inspect more of the cave face, even from like 50, 60 feet away. You see the stream going in. It's about 5-10 feet wide. That goes flush with the left side of the cave face. So kind of the left side of the cave face is flush with this stream. But there's you can see probably like 3 to 5 feet of path on the opposite side of the cave face. So there's a little bit what looks like a walking way on the other side of the river, the stream, into this cave.
So we need to cross the stream to get to that side, right? Is that right? Okay.
That's what you would gather. And you can see you've been following these footprints, and so you can gather this is kind of where.
So do they cross the stream?
Yeah, you can follow those, and you see.
So they're crossing the stream and then going into the cave, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think we should do the same thing, but I don't want to just I want to be as stealthy about it as possible. Okay. I know we're not all stealthy, but I don't want to just wander right up to the mouth of the cave. I want to be looking.
Sure. I want
to see if.
Can I do an extra investigation check to see if they are avoiding certain patches or something like that? Like if they're walking around anything. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So, make a straight up perception check. You wouldn't really be able to. You don't know if there are any traps or anything, so you wouldn't really be able to investigate anything yet.
Just an 18.
18. It looks like they're just walking. It's like you
did all their traps.
You look like they walked straight through the river and then just straight along that path that Airden told you to look for.
Cool. Well, I'm good going. I don't know about you guys.
We don't see anybody guarding the mouth of the cave or anything like that, right? Okay.
Again, what you see is this kind of 50-foot clearing. You see bushes going along the left side all the way to the face, which is about probably 30 feet. The sheer rock is probably 30 feet from you on this side. The opening is about 50 feet to where the stream in it hit. And on the other side, there's more thick brambles and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but we do that. Cross the stream and make our way to the mouth of the cave.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Would you like to just walk nonchalantly or do this in a sneaky manner?
I mean, might as well try to sneak.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna be super sneaky, but definitely watching out for guards.
You're carefully walking. You're trying to mask your footsteps. So go ahead and everybody, Airden, you make a just straight up stealth check, and then the other two do a stealth check with disadvantage because you have every footstep you have is clink, 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 clink. So go and make it with disadvantage.
5.
Okay. Listen, Granny, you feel so stealthy. The other two are just it's louder than before. Oh my gosh. Aiden, what'd you get?
She can't hear too well, so it's clink, 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 clink.
I'll say that it's a 7 with my +5.
Oh no. This just means that next session you're going to be rolling off the charts.
Or you just need new dice.
Dice jail.
I've rolled 5 different D20s now.
Different ones, really?
Yeah.
Okay. And then May, what'd you get?
7.
Oh boy. Okay. So cool. You all were like in the bushes. You were all like in the bushes on the other side of this clearing. You're like, guys, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk across. Hey, I see those. You see the path? They just go, oh, there's a path over there. You're like, yeah, it's gonna be really awesome. We're gonna do this. And all of a sudden you like take a pause and you step out. Clink, 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 clink. And he's like,
He's like, what?
Be quieter,
you still have like you're all doing it in like a sneaky stance too, you know, but you're both all just making all these noises. Cool. So, you go across this clearing, all 50 feet of it. You're just like tense. You all have like your hands on your weapons and you're just like, what's going to happen? Nothing happens. But because you rolled so poorly, you slosh through this stream. It's only about 2 feet deep, so it's easy to wade through. But boy, you make so much noise. I need all of you to make a perception check.
Oh, sure. Now I roll in that 20.
You see the makeup of this cave. You know exactly where the river flows. I'm just kidding.
17.
17.
I got 17, but plus 3, so 20.
So dirty 20, as I call it. All right, you all hear 2 figures in the bushes next to you pick up their weapons and start to move out of the brambles. Roll for initiative.
Is this like to our left or right?
It's on the brambles across from the stream, so it's in the thick bushes across.
They moved away from
They
it.
moved towards you. So they moved towards you.
I moved towards it.
They heard you splashing through the river, and there's 2 more goblins coming out to try and stop you from getting in their cave.
Granny Jukes is not initiative based.
So let me. So we've crossed the stream and they're still on the other side that we came from.
No, they're on the side you were, but they're through the thicket of bushes. So as you so let me kind of just out. So you have the big clearing you were, stream, then you have thick bushes, and then about 10 feet between the bushes and the cave face is kind of just like open ground. And so you guys kind of make it to that part where there's the open ground, then on the thicket to your right, I guess at this point, on the same side of the stream now since you crossed it, are the 2 figures kind of coming towards you.
All right, got it.
Initiative!
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
14.
I've been rolling really well though, so I'm not bummed about it.
14.
12.
Okay. Oh boy.
At least my checks have been good.
I rolled a 15.
I just hadn't been
Yeah,
hitting anything.
So who's the highest of you? Who is the highest of you 3?
Me.
May. Okay. And it was May. Then it was Airden. It was Granny.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. I gotta change the soundscape.
So you said you had negative initiative?
Yeah. I think you both do.
What?
Wait, we both do. How would he have negative initiative?
No, May does.
Oh, May does? Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah,
Dex was your throwaway stat. So does it equal to 0 or does it do -1? That was
It
my
would basically equal to 0. And if everyone's matching at -1 or at 0, like if everyone rolls, if there's multiple people that roll in at 1, then
okay,
I'll
we'll
take
the
it
Dex.
into
Okay,
take into account. The goblins go first. They rolled a 16 a 19 and an 18 on their initiative rolls. So they both are just going to run up at you. Airden was in the front again, so one of them's going to run up to you and swing away. But it only rolled a 7. I don't think that's going to hit you.
Yay.
So it is so surprised. These two, you kind of look over, and one of them has like a card, like a playing card, fall off its lap as it like gets up and comes at you. It's like these two weren't really paying attention. The other one,
we were making this shit up.
and the other one's going to run up to the second person, who I believe is Granny. May, you're still in the back, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is going to roll a 9. So they are so shocked and surprised. Not able to do anything. But because they missed so poorly, they're going to take, both of them are going to take their disengage bonus action.
bonus disengage.
Yeah, and they're going to kind of go back kind of into the brambles and hide from you all. They don't get to actually hide, but they are kind of obscured a little bit. And so you're going to have to go and kind of see if you can see them.
Yeah.
You kind of see where they go into the bushes, so it's not too effective, but they think they're being really smart. So next up is next up's going to be May. You saw exactly where they went.
You saw exactly where they. That's just funny.
Actually,
I
I'm
love
gonna.
goblins.
They're so
They're
cute.
hilarious. They're so cute. We're gonna kill them.
See? See?
Huh?
They're cute.
There, I will
cute.
say, you can, if you want, you can declare non-lethal damage, just so you know about that. There is a feature to where if you're about to kill something, you can be like, I want to do this non-lethally, and you can like use the butt of your weapon and just knock them out. But
So basically, if you knock them down to 0 hit points, they're just unconscious.
there's some, just like a player would be. But if you do it with lethal damage, they're dead.
Well, the thing is, I don't want to, but I will murder it. Not murder. I will kill you. I don't want to.
I will
but
murder
I will
them.
kill you.
Listen, I know what you're doing. You're doing your job, but what your job is evil. All right, so go ahead. You chase him into the bramble and you swing at him.
Yes. And I rolled a 17.
It hits. See if you one-shot him again.
Wait, where? How close am I?
You're 5 feet, so you have to be able to melee. You have to get right up on him. If you're gonna throw a javelin, I'd make you roll a perception check, but
No, let's just swing it.
battle axe got it. Get up in it.
Let's see. Let's see. That's not good. That's 5.
5 damage. Okay. Did not like
No.
that.
Yes, 5. Neither did I.
As you do that, it kind of screams out, "You'll never stop the Kragmaw!" And that's what it does. Next up is going to be Erden.
All right. They're both within 5 feet of her, right?
5 feet for yes.
All right. I'm going to attack the other one.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do wield.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack with the rapier first.
Best D20.
And if you hit, you can do sneak attack on your first attack.
All right. I got a nat 20.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's-
Okay, roll for
it's like
damage.
coup de grace,
If you would
right?
like to roll for damage, you can. It's like, is it the same one or a different one?
Huh?
If is it the same one
He
or a
said
different one?
He-
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
attacking the other one. the
Okay.
other
How I do crits, because I want it to feel good,
one. Uh-huh.
is you do max damage
Okay.
and then roll again. So basically, you would.
That first dice is max damage.
Yeah,
Is that
so
what
you
you're
would your
Okay, that makes
D8
sense.
would be a full 8, plus your modifier would be 11, and then you'd roll a D8 again, and then you roll the sneak attack. Just
Okay.
because I want to see how much damage you're gonna do for a level 1, which is gonna be stupid.
So you only apply the modifier once, right?
So yeah, so you only so basically you get full damage,
Full 8.
and then roll an
a
8
normal
again,
roll.
and then roll your
And
sneak
then-
attack.
Okay.
So 11 plus.
11 plus 9.
You do 20. It's got 7 hit points.
'Cause
What?
I rolled-
How
I
would
rolled
you?
a
I'm.
4 I rolled a 4 for my second damage roll, and then only a 2.
How would you
on
like
the-
to kill it? I'm gonna let you describe. How would you like to kill this thing?
How do you want to do this?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Because it's a critical. I think how I've done this before. If you do a critical and kill something, I let you kind of describe how you want to do it.
Yeah. I just don't know how to do that much damage with the rapier.
I know.
I guess I disembowel him.
Yeah, you Zorro him in the style. Yeah, you Zorro this goblin. Choo, choo, choo. Or you do an E, and his
Right.
just guts fall out. It's
Okay.
just like, ugh. And it's slashing damage too. So it's just like, and it's just like,
Is
ugh.
it
It's
slashing or piercing?
I will let you do slashing right now, but it is, you're right, it's piercing. Because it's like it's an Inigo Montoya sword. It's yeah. Okay, so
My
that
sister, prepare to die.
that goblin's eviscerated in front of you, May.
I'm a little disgusted.
But also a little satisfied.
I tried to not get it on your bare feet, man.
Oh yeah, you probably walked bare feet through the stream, didn't you?
I did. I forgot my shoes.
Yeah. So you got them like behind your head and your battle axe. Chink. All right, Granny, you hear the utter sheer scream of horror and pain of a dying goblin. What would you like to do?
I am going, like, I was thinking about killing the other one, but I think I'm gonna grapple it. I'm gonna tackle it and try to find out what the Kragmaw is.
Ooh, Grant.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go for a tackle. I think it's a strength check, right?
Yeah, so it's a strength versus strength against the goblins. Not very strong.
15.
A 15. Let me see.
And I want to kind of like hold his arms behind him and then like grab the back of his head kind of
Okay,
thing.
let's see. You rolled a 15. Show me goblin strength modifier. Probably 0, let's be honest.
If not negative.
If not negative. Yeah, it's negative. Oh, okay. It rolled a 12. So you have grappled this goblin. You two see Granny run up, step over the viscera of the other goblin and grapple the other goblin's friend. Would you all like to? What would you like to do? Actually, next up is the goblin's turn. It's going to try and resist.
Do I roll again?
Yeah.
Or, okay. That one's not as high. It's just a 10.
It rolled an 18. So it is able to kind of just jump out of your arms, and it's going to slash at you.
Okay.
It rolled a 23.
Yeah, it hits.
3 points of damage.
Okay.
And it is going to stand there, and it's going to get ready for its next attack. Next up will be May.
Thing is, like, I like Granny's idea of trying to figure out what the hell it's talking about.
Okay.
We've already killed, dismembered, disemboweled, whatever his partner. It is time to get some information.
You also, just so you know, you can, you don't have to just attack. You can use like an ability check as your action. So if you would like to, you can try and grapple it. You can intimidate it or persuade it to try and stop attacking you. Or you can just straight up kill it.
I'm not. Could it have attacked me on the same turn?
It doesn't have 2 attacks.
So when it left the grapple, I don't think it can attack me the same turn. I think leaving the grapple is an action.
Oh, true. Yeah. So it
Okay.
Yeah. So it left the grapple. It didn't do any damage to you. Thank you.
Okay.
You got no damage. So that was his
Just
action.
I think I'm gonna try. Wait, does it understand me?
It understands common. Yeah.
Okay. Then I think I'm gonna try and persuade it to tell us what is going on.
Okay. What would you like to say to persuade it? It's looking at you. It's scared. You can tell it's scared. It's looking like down at its friend who's been disemboweled in front of it, like looking at the 3 of you, freaking out.
I think I'm going to tell it. I don't want to kill you, but I will kill you if I have to. Please tell us what's going on.
That I'd say is an intimidation.
Ooh.
Because you basically said if you don't do what we say, I'm gonna kill you. So.
Yeah, I did say that.
Well, yeah. Guess it
And
depends.
yeah, well intimidated.
I'll let you if you want to
So
change
yeah,
how
there's
you
a
say
roll
it.
for in your
Check
skills.
and see which ones. Check your modifiers. Like, do you have proficiency in either one of those?
I think she does.
Do the one that gets you a better roll.
The better roll would be persuasion.
Yeah. So it would be like more of a trying to reason with it instead of kind of threatening
Yeah,
it.
you don't want to die, do you?
Basically, yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can go with that way. Like you've
I mean,
killed.
I want to kill it. So tell.
You could basically be like, oh, we've come to your senses, man. Basically, is what persuasion would be at this point.
You've seen all your other brothers die. It's time to stop. It's time to tell us what's going on, because we will kill you.
If we take, because we'll kill you out of it, I'll let you roll persuasion.
Okay. I'll take
You could
that.
be instead of saying that, be like just look at him. Look at. You obviously know how we got here. Let's talk, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Roll. So that's a 10, and then I have +5, 15.
15.
Oh wow. Very persuasive. Paladin. I don't know that I have any of those.
He He's scared out of his mind,
Oh.
and he will look around again. Look at you. He looks at Erden, who's like, looks at family vengeful, the vengeance of his family burning in his eyes. And he is going to drop his scimitar, drop to his knees, and Gollum cry.
No. Oh no.
We just Bax. You killed Bax. We were just doing what I was told. What do you want?
Who sent you? Who told you to do this? Who's like?
What's a Cogma or grandma or grandma?
I kind of like kneel down to where he is and like, put my hands on his shoulders and it's like, just tell us who sent you.
I can't. He'll kill me.
He might kill you, or we might kill you.
Honestly. No, have to be intimidation. Okay, we've already gone down this route.
Sorry.
Roll another persuasion check with advantage. Just go and do it.
Who, me?
Yeah, you've gotten on his level. He's a broken. This is the last semblance of him trying to like. He's done fighting. We're out of initiative. You've persuaded him to stop fighting. He's not just gonna like give up, all their secrets.
What did I just roll?
Roll it twice and take the higher number, and then just add your persuasion again.
Oh shit, 25.
25. We're part of the Krogmaw, and Clark told us to do it. Clark, he's the one. He's in there. Please don't kill me. Would you roll a nat 20?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Is Kragmaw your clan, your gang?
Yeah, look at, and he like shows you his teeth, and they're all jagged.
Yeah.
He's like,
It looks like goblin teeth to me.
yeah, we shave our teeth down so if we bite something it gets really good. We're like really pretty rocks. We go on that stream and we find them and they're really great. And Clark sent us, please don't kill me. He told us to look for this dwarf and this elf, and that they went through the road. We were supposed to stop them and take them here.
So where are they?
They're in there.
Where in there?
I don't know. They told me to guard out here.
Oh.
How many goblins are inside?
They're probably like 20, 15, 20. I mean, it changes. I don't know the number. I just work here.
I can only count to 5.
Yeah, I mean, they're not smart. Goblins aren't that smart. So.
Wait.
Do we have all the information we want from him?
Are the elven dwarves still alive?
I don't know. I just saw them take them in. I don't have to deal with all that. And he just starts crying. His will is broken.
Okay,
You gather that you basically got everything out of him that you could. And he looks at you afterwards. What are you gonna do to me?
I'm probably gonna tie you up.
I vote to kill him.
No, just tell him to run. Run and maybe we'll catch you.
But okay, so where is Kragmar though? That's the thing.
No, it's not Kragmar. It's Clark.
So Kragmaw is the name of the
clan.
clan, is what he tells you.
Yeah, just don't run into the cave and he'll be fine. Just run out in the forest, buddy, and maybe live to fight another day. But
I'm not okay with that. I think.
I don't want him to run. I don't want him to run.
Promise for information, like that's an evil act. Like we can't promise information for his life and then let him. Yeah,
that's fair.
Well,
no, I kind of just want to tie him up.
Yeah, I'm not okay with just letting him run loose and come in behind us. Maybe
that makes sense. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I guess once we get the 2 guys, let's tie them up and we'll just tell them to stay put, and we'll figure out what to do with them when we get out of the cave.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So one of you takes rope out of your bag.
Adventurer's kit.
We all
have 50 feet of rope, I think.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you don't if you pick the priest kit. but
Yeah.
Priestkin sucked. So I checked it. I did the Explorer's Guide.
True cleric, love it. Yeah, so one of you just
I
if
don't need no candles and incense. I need some rope.
literally, that's like it, and no rope.
Granny, just mark off that your rope is being used to tie up the goblin. So you currently don't have it in your pack. Would you like to just tie him on the ground? Do you want to tie him up to a tree? Do you want to?
A tree. Yeah.
Okay.
Granny's gonna whisper in his ear that if he runs, our friends will get him.
Okay. And he's just
I'll whisper that in his ear in Goblin. Like,
Oh, okay. There you go.
he just cries even more, and you can tell he's like
I'm
bleeding.
not trying to torture him. I literally want him to like if they want to deal with him in whatever law court or however they deal with goblins. I don't know.
Sure. He's also you can tell
How do people
he's
deal with goblins? They just literally murder them, right?
yeah. You can also tell he's like he's bleeding really bad too. Like he's not doing great. Like if over some exposure, he could just die on this tree. Cool. So you all tie him up to this tree, and you kind of gag his mouth so he doesn't. I would say that's a neutral act. Killing him would be evil. Killing him would be evil for sure.
Yeah, definitely since we traded information.
Yeah. I just tell him thank you for giving it.
Thank you.
He anytime he looks at me, he's just like
Makes sense.
he like stops crying a little bit, but then he looks at the other two and just starts weeping again. Okay,
What
so
does that mean?
but you know he's
definitely his Sam.
yeah. Okay, so you all
Sam is Gollum.
so you all I want you all to mark off that you have 75 experience points now.
Ooh.
We are going to keep track of this.
Where is that on this?
It's up in the top right.
corner.
Yeah. I'm gonna pee real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Really? Great.
I do not see that.
It's up by your name, your cleric, your cleric class level, race, alignment, background, player name, and then it should say experience points.
I'm like on the web page on D&D Beyond.
Oh.
Gotta be on there somewhere.
Well then I don't know. Sadly.
I don't either. I'll just write down a piece of paper. Old school. I'm also gonna go pee.
Okay, I guess we're all taking breaks.
Okay, I returned. Okay. Oh no. Oh.
We all went to pee.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I need a pen. I need to go get a pen.
Puzzle, how you doing? How you feeling? Also, wait, never mind. I'll wait till we get back.
Hey John, where's the XP on the D&D Beyond page?
On the one you sent me.
Well, the PDF isn't what's on the web page. It's
Oh, on the webpage, I don't know. D&D Beyond. Oh, Punisher, thank you. And I'm good. I've been on the soup, smoothies, and ice cream diet. My characters. I made this like this high elf wizard. I'm super excited about, but I am, okay. 7 HP. I don't.
I mean, I see it on the form, but I don't see
Is
it.
it regular Jello, Puzzle? Is it Jello shot?
Let me see. Manage. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so under the next you see the little portrait in the top left, and then your character's name.
Yeah.
Underneath it, it says Rogue, Half Elf Rogue level 1.
Yeah.
There's a really barely able to see an experience bar. Click on that,
Yeah.
and then on the right, something should pop up on the right, and a little manage experience pops up.
I don't. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see.
And then you just drag it to 75, or you level 1 75 XP.
It's just
Add XP, so type 75. Yes, ma'am.
infused Jello.
I've never had Jello. Jello, you're not
It was
really
that
missing.
easy.
You're not
I don't
really
know.
missing Jello shots, aren't?
I
It's just you want it to be like you want it to be super sweet Jello, right? But it's like it's got the the alcohol in there. Okay.
I've seen people make things with like gummy bears, and I'm like, oh, that looks good.
So if we were playing a video game, a autosave function would pop
Oh,
up
I see,
currently.
Bubble.
So
Smart.
we're not doing that. Obviously, if you die, you die. But this is a pretty big section we're about to traverse into. And story-wise, if we continue, it'd be weird for me to add a couple more people next week into this situation. But it would be easy for me to add 2 people. I actually have a kind of a funny way for them to catch up to you at this point. So what do you want to do? Would you like to continue on here to go
I can
into the
continue.
cave
I
a
don't know
little
about the
bit?
rest of everyone else.
I mean, I want to keep going.
Okay.
This evening.
We'll go a little bit into the cave, but before we get to anything that might be
Okay.
big. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get.
How do we? I mean, how do we get the other 2 into the cave or the other?
I've got ideas.
Okay.
Basically a funny, oh my god, we're late situation. And they like get to everything late and they see all the dead bodies and just follow, a little skill check situation. And then the rest, there's a couple people who aren't even going to be a part until like you get to Phandalin, basically.
They got in the net. The news.
That would be hilarious.
One of them stayed up there.
We should have disabled the trap.
Sam.
Didn't disable the trap, so they stay up there for like 24 hours. Until someone finds them.
You walk out, see someone praying to a dead goblin who died, bleeding out, tied up to a tree. Everyone, take 1 level on your alignment. I'm just kidding.
My plan was for him to run, so.
I know.
Oh no, he might die.
Would you like to like stop his bleeds and stuff and stabilize his wounds? Okay, you stabilize his wounds. You stabilize.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you also it's getting into kind of like later afternoon situation. I know some of you have taken some damage. What would you like? You now have this open cave face in front of you. You just got information from Scared Shitless Goblin that there's this entity named Clarg, leader of this Crag Maw, just told him to go do the things, and potentially the 2 people you're looking for in this cave, but also potentially 15 to 20 goblins could also be in this cave. What would you like to do?
We need to rest a little bit, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we take a short rest again.
Yeah, short rest.
There's enough time. It's probably like 3, 4, 4 in the afternoon. Probably 30 minutes to an hour is not that big of a deal right now. If you're going to do so, we'll probably do it in an hour, and I'll do 30-minute shifts of people just making sure if you want to like look out and make sure nothing comes out of the cave.
Sounds good.
Okay, who would like to do the first 30 minutes?
I'll do the first 30 minutes. Well, what time is it?
It's probably like 4, so you'll probably end this at about 5 o'clock. This rest.
I can do the first shift.
Okay. The two of you, will actually make a perception check. May, as you all rest. Yeah, as you all rest. No, just May. So you two are kind of like in that little area where they were hiding, just chilling.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You kind of sit in the kind of behind the bushes, kind of at like where the kind of the front or the entrance of that little like inlet where they were all hanging out, kind of keeping an eye on the cave. And you do not see or hear anything. So the other two, go ahead and roll whatever hit die you want to at this point. If you'd like to heal up, roll your hit die and add your constitution.
Yeah.
I'm definitely full then.
Nice.
Yeah, I only had 2 points of damage, so.
So you're full. Who would like to take the second 30 minutes?
I will.
All right. And I'll let, since both of you are healed up, May can just take the last 30 minutes by herself. And since Erden was probably basically helping you since he's not really doing anything right now, go and roll with advantage there.
To me?
No, roll Granny, roll with advantage for your perception check.
14.
14. You hear nothing.
Uh-oh.
And see nothing come out. Roll your hit die if you'd like, May, if you'd like to heal up. So I think you have a D10. So you roll a D10, then add your Constitution, which is.
Which one is the D10?
It is the it looks like a top,
Yeah.
kind of.
This one?
No, that's the D8. I
It's a
think.
D8.
It's the one that looks like that, but
It has a 0. It has a 0 on it.
it's got little
Okay.
diamond shape.
Trying to find
Yeah.
the 0. The 0 is the 10.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
3.
3, and then your Constitution is +2, so you add 5 hit points. So I think you're full.
Yeah, I'm full.
Okay, so you all take this hour. It's starting the sun. You can barely see. It's kind of starting to go. You have plenty of light, but it's starting to go down a little bit. And you have this cave face about 20 feet tall in front of you. And you can see probably. So you have a quarter elf, half elf, dwarf. You all have dark vision, so you can see clearly. Good 60 feet, 50 feet into the cave, but past that, it's kind of darkness. Would you like to go into the cave?
Yes.
All right.
Granny will
I think we'll go
definitely
into the cave, right?
lead the way.
Okay.
Here.
Who would like to go first? Oh, Granny's leading the way again. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Granny loves caves. Makes her feel like
yes, the darkness. Yes.
Darkness, mountains, hills, whatever they are. I am literally in rocks. I am in love.
As a matter of fact, you see Granny start to dig. No, I'm just kidding. She just looks around. You can hear under her breath, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." And you guys.
She grabs a
We're
rock
not-
and puts it in her pouch.
We're not doing, since we've all got dark vision, we're not doing any torches or lamps, right?
You do not need to, no. You will be able to see. You could imagine from your, you know yourself, you know your eyes. Cool. So who's middle and who's last?
Erden, how tall are you?
I'm only like about 5.5 feet tall.
Oh, okay. I'm taller than you are.
So you go.
So I'll do the behind again.
So we'll do the Wi-Fi signal. So it's Granny in the front,
Literally.
it's Airden in the middle, and then it's.
I think I have myself as like 4'8" or something. So,
Okay. Cool.
Shorty.
So Granny, you all what you see once you start going through the cave, you see this stream to the side. You can hear a little bit of a a little bit of trickle of water. It's not super flowing. It's flowing outside of the cave. You can hear a little bit of a trickle that hits the sides. Now, as you kind of go a little bit ahead, Granny, you immediately see, once you actually get about 10 feet into the cave, 3 kind of like really crude stone steps on your right going up into a room. And you can see the opening of this is it's really crude. It's like dwarven underground tunnels, you would know, like they're beautifully carved, like it's meticulous. Like you all know, you think Khazad-dûm, like everything's purposeful, everything's smooth. These are not. This is like chiseled out in no particular way, just to make a door. Like that's all it is. And you can see how this kind of the opening of the cave face is very natural, and the rest of it is very natural. But this is just carved out into this room. Go ahead and make a perception check, Granny.
I think it's 3. Yeah. 15.
15. You get a little. So caves are already kind of dank. Like you can understand the smell of a cave. It's humid and it's you can smell the moss and the dirt, and you get that sniff. But as you get closer to this room, you smell something else, something a little more sour, canine-y, if you might think.
Oh, some doggos, like dog pee.
Like a wet
Is that what you're saying?
dog.
Wet dog.
Like wet dog. Now, just to describe more, again, it's very uneven. About 20 to 30 feet high, you would all see this. It's about it's not very wide. I mean, the stream is about 5 to 10 feet kind of in and out. Yeah. And then this walkway is like 3 to 5 feet along this right side. It curves off to the right, and you can kind of see about 30 feet in front of you until it kind of curves and you can't see past that. Just kind of crude cave. And the further you go up, you guys can kind of see the opening. Granny, would you like to kind of step in and see what you see? Are you doing this stealthy, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so
wait, does failed stealth make me louder?
No, it just makes
Might as well then. Yeah.
Cool. So you with disadvantage, you two with disadvantage, and then Airden with advantage or with just straight roll.
12.
12. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, it's a negative.
For 2, it was like the same dice though. It was like same roll. It was like a 13 and a 14. And I'm -1, so 12.
Mine's a 23.
You guys just like all of a sudden don't see Airden, and then you kind of look around for a sec. Where did you? Oh, okay. And you can kind of like see him up against kind of in a shadow he found.
Oh, fail 6.
May, what'd you get?
Oh, did I roll?
Everyone rolls. Yeah, everyone rolls. Disadvantage. Two dice get the lowest.
Dang it.
That's that heavy armor.
18.
What?
18.
Oh my!
Nice.
The disadvantage,
Dude.
the lowest one.
Yeah, I rolled a 20.
Holy smokes! Okay.
Killing it.
You
You not the stream, but we can sneak through a dark cave.
No, like Granny, you don't see both of them for a second. You're like, I'm all alone, and you turn around, and you're like, oh, okay, and you just look, and you're like, okay, they're there. Okay, so you walk up, you see these steps, and you kind of try and slowly lean your head, and as you turn, you see and also start to hear snarls.
No.
And you hear that kind of a sound from 3 creatures that you now see. These 3 feral wolves that are kind of chained up to this stalagmite. Let's see if they see or smell you. You stick your head around, and they all of a sudden, all 3 of them turn to you, and they all just like bite at each other, kind of just, and then snarl at you, and start to bark and.
So they're
Could I possibly like roll animal handling on?
Sure. You see them.
Is oddly enough.
Do you step in a little bit?
Yeah, I do. I just want to calm them down. I don't want to make them my friends or anything.
You start to step towards them.
Granny's whole thing is just neutrality.
Okay.
Like, she just wants to lower the mood.
You step towards them, kind of, and show your body. The first one of them runs up and starts kind of charging at you, and all of a sudden the chain catches on a stalagmite.
That's what I was thinking.
And it's just
Since they're chained up, I want to. So like, I'll offer some sort of food or something like that for my rations. I think.
Okay.
And do an animal handling check.
Okay. So you offer it some food. It goes. Then just starts like to bite at it, and go ahead and roll your
a 19.
A 19.
14 plus 5.
Right. Nice.
I just want to
calm it down. It starts to kind of bite at it, and you walk up to it, and you're like, "It's okay, it's okay. Mom, Granny Zeus is here." You kind of get down and kind of like lower yourself. You're already pretty short, obviously, but you kind of get down on a knee as you would a dog, and it just like sees you, and it bites the food, picks it up, and takes it back. And you can see all 3 of the dogs now are kind of a little bit more passive.
Cool.
And if you want to walk in, they're not going to like aggressively
murder some like random animals are chained up.
Yeah.
Now,
And
if they were like trained and like fighting us, it'd be a little different. But like these things are just like I think they would attack goblins.
Yeah. As they see the other 2 enter, if you all want to do it, would you like to enter in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If all of you enter the room, they see the other 2. They don't know them yet, and they start to their hair starts to stand up a little bit, and you're just like, it's okay. And you throw like another piece of food down, and they're like, and they kind of back off.
Isn't it weird? Folk Hero gives me advantage on animal handling and survival.
Good job on the food, because the DC would have been higher, but because you gave it food, it went down.
Well, I thought the DC would be lower. I mean, that's a little, but I think it's also honest. Like, I didn't want them to become my friends or like my companion or anything.
Yeah,
I just
you're not gonna make, even with a nat 20, you're not gonna make these dogs fall in love with you. It's like like these are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you now have a room that's 15. It's really jagged. It's not great. It's the opening's about 5 feet, opens up 10, then like 15 at its widest, at about, and then about 20 feet beyond, it starts to kind of even out, and you can see this little fissure at the end. So it kind of like, it's very thin, then it widens up kind of where the dogs are, and then goes down into this little kind of point at the end.
Is there anything in the room, like, or is it just kind of?
You can go in and investigate if you'd like. Yeah.
I would like to investigate a little, see if I can find anything.
Go.
So is this room,
12.
Is this the main way into the cave, or is this like a side room that we're?
This is a side room. So Granny Zooks saw this room to the right, to where the path kept going, and then there were these stone steps up into this little room.
And the wolves are basically chained up, guarding the. Like we couldn't get in without.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have been able to get in without that. And there's a stalagmite. What's the bottom one?
The stalactite.
Tight.
No.
So there's
Mite's on
the bottom.
It's on the top.
So there's a mite.
B for ground, C for ceiling.
Disappointed.
Yeah. So there's a stalagmite that these like kind of iron rods with these hooks or with the circles on the outside are like just like chained or like kind of beaten into, and these chains are tied to these dogs. And they can pretty much reach every part of this room. And so
I roll a 12 for investigate to see if there's anything around the room.
So the dogs are there. You see some bones kind of laying around, like some small animals that you could tell these dogs just like or these wolves ripped apart. Now in you see, if you want to go towards the backside, you see this isn't just like a point, the back of the room. It looks like it might be something else. So it kind of opens up a little bit.
Okay. So let's go back there and explore that.
Yeah, let's go back there.
So as you go back there, you kind of stick your head into it, and you look up, and you can see that it goes up. So it looks like almost like a natural chimney, almost. And you can see, or actually roll a perception check. Well, no, with your dark vision, you'll see at the end of it, probably like, I don't know, 20, 30 feet up, there's like a very like low hint of light up there. Like you might imagine it goes off into something. Yeah.
Is this a
But
this
this
like a-
it is very
this like-
small. Like I don't know if
The visual I'm getting, is it like a room where like people get dropped into, like they're prisoners or whatever?
no it
Oh, okay. Like to be fed to the dogs, kind of like in Star
no
Wars.
you don't
know,
see any
fed to
bones or anything there. It just looks like a naturally made like chimney, if that makes sense.
chimney. So like on the ground, there's like ashes.
No, it's just a hole. It's just a hole that goes up. You can just like a natural fissure that just like goes up.
Is it?
Can we climb up it?
Yeah, that's my question.
Or would that-
If you were a
Granny, let me take it. Let me stop. Can I climb up?
granny, no.
You can stand on my shoulders.
Oh yeah, that gets me
You
3
said
feet
on my
higher.
shoulders.
Thanks.
You were. If you
But
want to,
since we can see light up there, is that a good idea?
I guess my question is this like wide enough for a person to climb up? Or
if you were a gnome, it would be. If you had enough athletics and stuff, it'd be pretty easy. But even you, I mean, you're 5.5 feet. You could
It's not-
try,
that's
but you're not really going to be able to move your arms very well.
Yeah. Okay,
So
nah. Yeah,
you could
I'm not
try
gonna
it. I'd give
it.
you like disadvantage, but you could try.
No, if it
I
doesn't
don't
look
think
like
I have anything that could even.
And if
like,
only we had 2
use-
gnomes in our party.
I mean, we.
Two gnomes
Looking at
usually?
you,
Wait,
chat.
what? Do we?
I think we have 2 gnomes that aren't here tonight.
Oh, is Pancake a gnome?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so she actually changed it. It's not a dragonborn anymore. It's a gnome sorcerer. And I think Fuzzle's a gnome too, isn't she? I think Fuzzle's a gnome. Yeah.
Gnome cleric.
But Fuzzle's high from the dentist. Halfling. Well, a halfling would be able to fit too, because they're also like, a child size. All right, so you see that. Would you like to go back and continue down the cave?
Yeah.
You solved my wolf puzzle. Halfling gnomes, same thing, right? In the same child size range. Gnomes are like a foot and a half. Halflings are like 2.5, 3 feet. Okay. Shut the fuck up, Sam. I am small bean. Okay. Cool. Would you like to continue down the cave in the same order?
We'll talk to them up there next time.
We'll come back. We'll redo this level with a bigger party. Cool. Anybody? You
Cool.
like to continue? Okay. So you
let's
head out.
I'm really trying to remember the podcast from like 4 years ago.
Oh, did you hear someone play this campaign?
Y'all played it.
Oh God, we did, didn't we? Yeah.
This is
Okay.
Brax's first adventure.
This was Brax's first adventure. I'll have to tell you about what we did with our gnome that we tied up in
They kept him as a pet for a long time.
for a long time.
I have a gnome.
No,
No, I mean the goblin. The goblin.
Ah, okay.
Character names,
That's
the
for a
character
long
names used,
time.
but this was not the dungeon that they went into.
Yeah.
So it's totally different.
Once 5e came out, everyone did this because this was like the initial 5e. It's a really good. They have other like initial
Whatever
starter.
DM I listened to, they like changed it.
The McElroy brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like sped up. They skipped so much because he's like, I want to get us through this. Anyway, you continue down the passage. And you guys you have your dark vision, so you don't have any lights out. The main passage from the cave. Yeah, so you continue around. And as you do, on the left, so you go about another 10, 15 feet. On the left, you see on the other side of the stream, you see what looks like as if part of the wall fell. And so there's almost like this little rock slide about 5 feet wide on the opposite side of the cave from you. Once you're right at the bend, basically, leading right. On the other side, immediately like where the wall and the water hit, it looks like that's like just caved down. And there's this kind of steep, crumbly section of rocks about 10 feet, 15 feet high that leads up to what looks like a little platform. And you also see the cave just continues.
I want to climb up there and see.
Okay. I'll say you keep your stealth from before. So you are still one with the shadow. So you T-Bird! So you would you two like to kind of he kind of whispers, I'm gonna go walk up there. Would you guys like to like watch him do it first, or guys want to go up with him?
Like, how hard is this? Is it something I'm going to have to do an acrobatics check to climb up, or is it just something we can scramble up?
You will find out in a moment.
Well, I guess that means like whether they come with me or not.
You do not know yet. What you haven't kind of inspected the rocks if it's solid or if it's something you might have to
All right, so I'm
use
going
a skill to.
Yeah.
You're gonna what?
I'm going to go up and inspect it and see if it's something that's easily climbable or whatever.
Cool. Go and investigate it.
18.
Okay. It would probably be hard for Granny. You think if it might you're a rogue, right? This is what you were. It's what you were.
Yeah.
It's what you were born for. But someone like Granny and even May with their heavy armor, it's probably gonna be a little more difficult.
Okay.
And you know that like these rocks are pretty loose. If you trip one and have a little,
Yeah.
it might make a little noise. You might fall back down, kind of a situation.
Okay. So I'm going to try to stealthily climb up.
Okay. So you kind of turn to them and just like, give me a second. And okay. Go and make a just go and make a dexterity check.
Not in acrobatics.
Sure. Sure. Go ahead.
It doesn't matter. I'll just nat 20.
Yeah. You guys. First of all, you can barely see him. But you just see this like this shadow, you know that is him, just like and you get up. It's pretty easily. You can now see that about 10 feet in front of you, there's another, this is kind of like a very thin, one person by one person passageway that it kind of winds to the left a little bit, and you can see a little bit more crumbly rocks that leads up only about a couple feet, so it wouldn't be too hard for everyone to get up this time. But looks like dead ends, but there's like a passage going left and right. And from the left, you can see a little bit of what looks like orange, a hint of like orange light from the left side. Right side, you don't see anything. On the left side, you see kind of
like firelight or something?
It's the same kind of, it's kind of like a torchlight or campfire or something like that.
Okay.
Are we about to run into a Balrog?
Level 1, you get a combat rating 15 monster. Because I want you all to, I hate all your characters and I want you to roll. All of a sudden Gandalf shows up. I'm just kidding. So you have this information. What would you like to do? You can go up if you want to try and stealth up and investigate that, or go back and tell them what you see.
I'm gonna go back and kind of whisper down and tell them, "Hey guys, there's like a passage up here, and there seems to be some light."
Are you gonna go down the embankment across the stream, or are you just gonna like, kind of shout it to them?
How close are they to me? Like,
it'd be about 15 feet from you, 20 feet maybe from the top of that embankment.
I'm just gonna like, not shout, but whisper it down. Say it as softly as I can until they see.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say it as softly as I can that they can still hear it.
You say, "Hey guys, there's first you're like, there's something up here," and they're like, "What?" And you say a little bit like, "There's something up here."
Yeah.
And you can hear that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get my way up there.
Okay.
Wasn't there like an easier path that he found?
Well,
once you got up there, there's a little bit, but that first initial thing you have to.
Oh, that's gonna be tough. Whew. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna throw a rope down to help them, right?
Oh, okay.
Looky there.
That's very lovely. Thank
Sounds
Okay.
like you guys played D&D before.
Do you know, Granny? Do you know how much you weigh?
I don't.
That is rude.
No, it's not true.
I'm gonna
140
tie the rope
pounds.
to something.
So it's 140 plus like the probably 40 pounds of stuff I'm carrying.
Okay.
Probably. It's like 180 or so.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. Because you have this rope, go ahead and make an athletics check.
17.
Exactly.
17.
I'm rolling
Right.
well, dude.
Listen, it's a game mechanic, ladies. What do you want from me? Okay, you. Okay, you make it up. I mean, you weigh 180 pounds. Make a dexterity saving throw. You get up to the top easy enough. That like nothing. But as you get to the top, you feel like
Dexterity saving throw. Why you gotta do me like that, man? It is a 4.
Okay, so as you get to the top, your foot loses a little bit of its footing, and some rocks tumble down. You don't fall, but your foot pushes some rocks down, and you hear just like a.
So it's gonna be harder for me, possibly.
You don't know.
Oh. I made noise. That's the key.
To be fair, the game. So the reason I'm looking for the weight, the ledge between any weight in excess of 100 pounds, you basically can't even do it. So, but he gave you the rope.
How was he able to do it? He's less than 100 pounds.
And he's a rogue. He's wearing like nothing.
Oh.
He's an elf. Elves are like birds. They've like. All right, May. Would you like to use the rope to go up? Okay. So roll an athletics check.
Let's see. That's 19.
Oh yeah, you make it up. You make it up. Cool. So yeah, but I need all of you to make a perception check real quick as this is all happening.
Nat 20.
At 20.
Roll
Okay.
now, and it doesn't really matter.
Damn. Okay.
4. You hear, Airden, you hear kind of further down the main passage, what sounds like a crossbow bolt was being kind of like
This is
locked
coming
into
from-
place.
This is coming from the direction of the
From the
light?
direction, not the direction, so further down the main passage of the tunnel.
Oh, where we climbed up and so down.
Where you
down
climbed up.
below.
So instead of, you could have went down to the right. So down that way, you heard a little like, almost like someone was like stood up and kind of like locked in a crossbow bolt. But that's all you heard. So you all are now at the top of the passage. And so just like he saw, you see it leans to the left a little bit, about 10 feet down that way. You see another kind of like a very mini version of what you just went through. You don't have to make a check for it. You'd be fine. You'd be able to walk up to it. But you all now see to the left of that a little bit of like what's orange, yellow, orange light, and to the right of it, just darkness. But it's a T. It looks like a T intersection.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Can you just try that again for me, please?
Yeah. So you get up to the top of this embankment.
Mm-hmm.
It opens up to a rough passage that's very, very thin. Like one by one, you'd have to go, and it veers to the left from you a little bit. About 10 feet in front of you, there's a little bit of a couple foot incline. You wouldn't have to make a check to get up. You just walk up it. On the end of that incline, it looks like a dead end that starts a T intersection. To the right, you see nothing, just no light at all. And to the left, you see what looks like a little gleam of like orange, yellow light. Left side. You haven't gone up to it yet, so you don't see the source of this light, but you see that a little bit of light.
So I'm gonna, since I heard the crossbow down there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like motion to them that we need to quickly move like towards that T intersection.
Okay, so
Hopefully
you guys,
out of range of anybody that might be trying to shoot us from down below.
because
Yeah,
you,
I think I would just follow his lead since
Okay.
I just got up here.
Airden, everyone make another. Because of that, I'm gonna have everyone roll stealth checks again. So that kind of noise resets the stealth checks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hopefully you roll good again. Oh no! Clink, clink,
No.
clink, clink. 8.
14.
Whoa! The paladin thinks she's really sneaky. Okay.
Nat 1.
Nat 1.
What the hell?
Okay. All right. So, Airden,
Wow.
you go up to invest.
With my modifier.
You go up to kind of like look to the left, kind of sneakily look. You think you're so sneaky.
Yeah.
As you do, you put your hand to
I
like
dropped
kind of.
myself.
No. You put your hand. You know how people you sneak around a corner. You put your hand like way. There's it's really dusty, and you just like your hand like slips off the corner a little bit. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Well, that's better.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
30, 20.
So you all
30.
see he goes in front of you. He like looks to lean around, and the hand's like a little hand like slips, but he's able to kind of catch himself and just like come back really quickly from. He doesn't fall flat on his face. He just kind of like catches himself and he's like get back around the corner. See if anybody hears that. Airden, you hear, what's that? That direction.
From the.
Does he hear afterwards? Must have been the wind.
No, he does not.
Oh, no.
This is the
Damn.
direction of the
We're
fire,
fucked.
right?
Direction of the fire, yeah.
Okay.
What would you like to do? You have a few options, so you can just wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna motion to them, like
You do know that if you back up a little bit, you can probably get out of sight from where you are if you kind of like back up a little bit.
Okay, are we all in?
You're all kind of like stacked, kind of close to the T intersection. So you're front, obviously, and then they're kind of stacked behind you, kind of on that little steep incline. Not steep, the little.
So the passage, is it wide? Is it still just one person wide, or?
It's about 5 feet wide. It's a little bit wider than this. It's not like a huge thing. From what you gathered, I'll say you were able to see a little bit from that like instant that you leaned your head around. Go ahead and make a perception check to see what you saw.
13.
Okay. You see an opening. So it opens up into a, let's say, 20-foot wide. From what you could see from your vantage point, that little hallway goes about 10 feet and then opens up into, probably goes about 5-7 feet, and then it opens up in about a 15-foot wide, from what you could tell, room. In the middle of it looks like a cooking fire, and you see a few. You can't get a number, just because how quick that was. A few humanoids kind of sitting around it.
Okay.
Small humanoids, not huge.
Right.
That one's, man.
I know. So I guess I'm gonna make kind of, without talking, just kind of make motions that we need to back up down the passageway a little bit.
Okay.
That there's people there or something, right?
Okay. So you guys are able to kind of sneakily go back and wait for a second.
That's my take on it. Is we should back up and then see if anybody comes to investigate.
Okay.
I'll take the rogue's take.
Yeah, the point. All right, so you all back up, and you wait, and you kind of you can tell, Airden, you guys move kind of back far enough to where you'd have to lean to kind of see that T intersection. So you're kind of as far back between the two openings to get enough like sneakiness to where you are.
So wait, so
Okay.
we're still inside the narrow.
You're still inside the narrow passage. You're not all the way back to. You're not like going down that steep embankment. The last person you can probably see the steep embankment right behind you, but you're not like falling off of it or anything. But you guys are.
I'm gonna. Can I like poke Aridon on like the shoulder and be like, hey, can you hear what they're saying? Because he speaks Goblin. He's already like talked about that. If possibly,
sure.
I'm just trying to find out if the people are in that room. The people we're trying to rescue are in that.
Oh,
specific
sure,
room.
sure.
Goblins in it?
Airden, at this, you can't really hear specific. You heard the what was that,
Right. Yeah.
and then
I guess I'm just trying to listen to see if there's anybody even coming down the passageway to
yeah.
investigate.
So you hear. So you basically relay to Granny's Zook that's like they're not saying anything. They're not really talking actively. You hear one person start to walk. He gets to kind of where you were. Kind of you hear shuffling of feet, and then starts to move back. And you hear Airden in Goblin. Must have been a rat.
Okay.
They rolled really bad on their perception check.
I was gonna say it did roll really, really.
It rolled
bad.
really bad. They're really dumb.
So he's made his way back towards
Yeah.
the room.
So they made their way back. It seems like at this moment you're clear.
Okay.
It rolled really bad. Here, I will. It rolled a 5, and it has a -1 on its wisdom.
Yeah.
So it rolled 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems for now you're good. What would you like to do?
Okay. I think
Isn't Dungeons and Dragons like relaxing?
I think I would like to try to be a bit more stealthy than that.
Okay.
And try to sneak up, slowly and carefully, just sneak up closer to that room to try to get a better idea of who's in it, where they're positioned, without them noticing me.
Okay. You all go back to your original positions. Airden, you roll a stealth check. And you're being extra careful. So roll.
Yeah. Well, you'd think that, but I roll this is 16.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you are able to kind of look around and you're able to like see clearer. You do see still, you see that like 15 foot, so about 7 feet in front of you. You see about a 15-foot open room, the fire inside. You can see that guy, that little goblin, go down and sit down at the chair he was from coming and checking on you. Put his like little mini crossbow down. You see 5 others sitting around the fire. 4. You see 3 others. So 4 total sitting around the fire.
Okay.
And then out of the way, kind of where you can't see, you hear a little bit of a deeper voice say, "What was it?" And then look, it was nothing. It was a little bit of phrase. Like, it was nothing. It was just a rat.
Okay, so there's at least 5 in the room.
You see 4 little ones, the ones that you have all smashed. And then one with like you can't see them, so you can kind of perceive there's a little bit more area to the left of that 15-foot area. One more you heard there.
Got it.
Would you like to look to the right as well?
You mean down the opposite direction of the passage? Yeah.
Sure. With your dark vision, you see another like 5-foot passageway that just continues down to the right, back towards what you think is the main. And with what you could gather, you might imagine. So this, you've gone about like 10, 15 feet up that little embankment to where you are now. And you imagine that goes, and there might be something that crosses over the main stream or the main walkway.
Okay. So it seems like we're on the main trail, but just we kind of climbed up. Is that right?
So you're not on the main. The main.
If we went to the right, you think we would go back down?
You go back towards the main trail.
Yeah.
And this left, you have this little is this little cooking, sitting, waiting area.
Yeah. All right. So
The longer you go, you hear, "Make sure no one comes. Clark wants us to keep this one locked down."
Okay. Can they hear that too, or is that just me hearing this?
I said in Goblin.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go back and whisper that to them.
Okay.
There's at least 5 people in that room, and that's what they said.
Okay. What would you like to do? You two now know that there are at least 4 normals, and one that sounds a little deeper. And potentially, there's a person of importance in that room.
Yeah.
That they have. You didn't say any names or anything. But
Is this hallway wide enough for 2 to stand next to each other and fight, or are we
to
gonna be
2
stuck in
half elves, maybe.
Okay.
It is dark though. Like the hallway is dark. There's light, trickling in. But if you're looking at this hallway, it's still gonna be pretty dark. At this point, it doesn't seem like you noticed they weren't really paying attention to this area anymore.
Right.
I think we should try. And there's no other way. There is another way in. You said, but it's like we'd have to like retrace our steps.
Into this room, it seems like this is the only way into this room.
Okay, well,
the opposite direction looks like it's...
We have to clear it eventually. So there's a possibility someone's in there. We gotta go in there.
So I would like. So I think. Does anybody have any ranged weapons besides me?
I do.
I have rain spell.
I have some javelins.
You can throw your dagger, right, 30 feet. You have javelins you can throw 30 feet.
And I can cast Sacred Flame.
And you have a short bow, right?
I have a short bow. Yeah.
Okay, you have a short bow. Okay. So 2 of you have like legit range, and then you have all 3 of you have legit range. Yeah. They don't... As of right now, they don't know you are there. As far as they're concerned, there was probably a little rat.
One of them.
There's probably a little rat that scurried. So,
So I guess my
Can I have a surprise around?
I think we would have. I would be pretty sure that unless we screw up.
what was the last stealth you rolled, Airden?
Do what?
What was the last stealth you rolled? It was like 19 or something?
Yeah.
Something crazy? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not super crazy, but yeah. It's
Sure.
like,
And you all rolled... The other 2, you didn't roll great, right?
Correct.
Okay.
so here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Present your plan.
and sneak up, do a surprise bow attack from like me still in the hallway, right? Just get close enough where I can see them and try to shoot one of them with the bow.
The first couple goblins are like... Let me see. They're probably like... From the opening right now, any of you with range could hit them easy. They're not far. They're like 15, 20 feet.
But the
Can
problem
we
is
just
like,
all pop around the opening and then just kind of like...
I'd say 2 of
all
you...
take our shot?
2 of you could do that.
so wait, are you talking about like popping all the way into the room, or
No, I mean 2 of you could probably do a ranged attack from the hallway.
Okay.
I would say even if you were like staggered, one person was in front, and then one person was like just behind enough to like lean over. If you wanted to use your short bow or something, lean over a little bit and not have any, but not 3.
or me down on my knee shooting the bow from a kneeling position or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't see any problem.
I would like to do that, but the thing is, when they attack us, we're gonna be pinned in that hallway, right?
Yeah.
There's
So
just
if you are able to surprise them,
uh-huh.
so wait, just for the way the surprise round works, you all have a free round. Okay.
Yeah, but
Outside
the
of
thing-
initiative, but once you roll initiative, then that would judge whether or not. So,
we get 2 free range attacks, but then we're blocking the hallway, so it's not like Sam can run in so that he's ready for the next round, right? We're blocking the hallway.
I can still do stuff.
Okay.
I'm a support character, so y'all should be doing that kind of stuff anyway. Or y'all can just run through the hallway if you want
Well,
it,
that's
or
not, I'm
whatever.
trying to figure out, like, do we get trapped in that hallway, or do we have time to get into the room?
I think you have time to get in the room. It's not 30
and
feet.
the opening, if let's say
The hallway's not 30 feet, is it?
the hallway is about 5-7 feet wide, but the hallway goes back like forever. From what you can tell, you don't see the end of it.
Oh, okay.
But the opening is like pretty drastic opening. So, I mean, goblins aren't huge. So, like, if one of them comes up to you, I mean, there'd be a possibility to sneak in. They might get an attack of opportunity, but you don't know how it's going to play out. You're just musing kind of what
Yeah.
could happen.
But so is the entrance to that room, is it close enough that we could do a ranged attack and then run in? So that we're clearing the range way for Sam?
I would say if you have a surprise round, you could do an attack and like move up if you'd like, just to like have position. Like, I'm not gonna let you like move. Like, I wouldn't let you do your full movement, but you could like attack and just like take a step in just to keep it an opening.
Okay.
All right. Do we
We
like?
can either do that, or we can attack and then move back down the hallway.
You could also do that.
I like the idea of attack and move up, but
Okay. All right.
All right.
What about you?
I
What
need
about you,
everybody
wait.
to make one more. Are you? So what's is that the official plan? You all going to step into the hallway?
So we can either like you and me make a ranged attack, kind of run into the room so that we're clearing the hallway, so that we're not blocking it, so that Sam can eventually get into the room, right? Or we make a ranged attack and then we back down that where we came from to where it's a little bit wider at the top of that ledge, and then see if they come down that way and we fight them there. If we do that, we do have advantage. There's only one can come at us at a time, right? Because
Only one can come at a time, but like I won't be able to see them. And what if they just stay on the other side of the cave? What if they
yeah.
call for friends? What if they they can do a lot of things. I think we should go in there and like just try to kill as many as we can.
That's my vote too, but just want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want them to like blow a horn or anything like that. Like if they have anything like that, I have no idea.
Okay.
So-
So that's what I want to do. I want to make an attack with the bow.
Okay.
But before he does that, I also like in the same amount of time with like we're like kind of sharing this plan with one another, and I'll just say like Moradin bless us, and I'll put my hand over my shield and cast a bless spell.
Freaking
Which
yeah!
is an awesome spell for first level, because it allows you, whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4. Add the number to the attack roll or saving throw. So if you are just missing a goblin by a couple points, you can always roll a d4 to add.
Freaking clerics, man!
And
Nice.
that applies
really
to
good.
the party, right? As long as we're close to it.
That's you can move out of.
and
range.
it's concentration based on me. So honestly, me staying in the back is good in this case, because if I get hit, then I have to roll a wisdom saving throw to see if I can keep concentration, stuff like that. But the fact that I'm in the back probably means I won't get hit. You know.
Okay. All right. So I say we do that. I'm gonna make an attack with a bow. Bonnie, are you gonna throw a javelin?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Alright.
so you two who are sneaking in, go and make a stealth check.
Okay.
What's that?
21.
11.
Okay. Because he rolled so high, you two get a surprise round.
Okay.
You go first with the short bow since you rolled higher.
All right.
And so both of you go ahead. Do you have separate targets or the same target?
That's a great question.
How much damage do you do with the javelin?
She did 9 earlier.
I've
That
got
was max.
3 piercing and then max of 6. So we could always go for separate targets.
I mean, since y'all didn't plan it,
You do the
I feel
same.
like y'all
You
should
do the
just-
same damage. So a short bow and a javelin does the same damage.
But I
Okay.
get,
Why don't y'all
Besides
just,
your
like, do
modifiers, might be different, but
but I
a
get
1 through
I
5
get-
kind of
I get a
situation.
sneak attack. Right.
because you surprised them, yes, you will get your
Right.
sneak attack bonus as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he now gets 2d6 plus his modifier, which you don't really know. I mean, you know he's going to do a lot because a rogue that prepares can kill pretty well. That's kind of their job. So, what would you like to do?
I say we go for separate targets.
Okay. Cool.
We were lucky and kill something.
So the first 2 goblins,
Yeah.
you 2 make your attack rolls
And then you can add a d4.
with advantage because they are stationary targets that don't know you exist.
Okay.
I believe that's how the roll works. Thank you.
A javelin. Wait. Yes.
So I rolled a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Luckily with advantage because my first die roll was a 6.
Oh no. Okay, what was yours?
24.
24. You both hit.
Oh,
so
dang.
so roll. Just normal attacks. You get sneak attack, Airden. You hear now that you've stepped into this kind of like this hallway.
Yeah.
You have smelt this already, Airden, but May, you just get this stench of like cured meats of just weird variety, disgusting, like unwashed goblin. Like it's just you thought the dog smell was bad. These goblins have been in this closed off thing with fire, heat, and stuff. It does not smell good to you.
Ugh.
So that might come into play later. Okay. So you both hit. How much damage do you do?
I did 12.
Okay. How much damage did you do?
4.
Okay. So you guys get in position. So you get down on one knee, Airden. You get ready to wait till she pulls her javelin back. You both launch at the same time. You see Airden, your arrow hits first, right in the forehead of a goblin who just in the back, who just falls back off his seat, instantly dead. Yeah. And you hit with your javelin the first one, the one who had just walked up to check on the noise. You hit him in the side as he's sitting down. He's like, ah! You hear a scream, and everyone rolls for initiative.
Ah!
Okay. 12. Jeez Louise. Freaking.
I'm consistently bad on initiative.
Okay. Ooh, okay. One roll's terrible.
Oh no.
Oh no, what'd you roll?
4.
Okay. Anybody roll? Either of you roll lower than 4?
I rolled a 22.
I rolled
Okay.
a 4. So 2 4s.
Two
and then
4s.
I think she takes it, possibly.
Okay.
Well, we have the same decks, don't we?
Yep. I'll say you would go first because she had that sneak attack. Let's see. Zooks. Goblin. Okay. Airden goes first.
All right. So now that I'm in the room, can I see the other the other voice?
You're not
I'm not all the way
completely. So you can see the steps kind of like 5 feet up into this landing, and you can see a little bit of the landing. You can't see that
I can't see
the
that.
noise yet.
Okay.
You see there's 3 goblins left, one that's pretty hurt,
Right.
and then there's the guy up.
I'm gonna tag the one that's hurt, I guess.
Okay. Would you like to run up, or would you like to drop your bow?
Yeah, I'm gonna like drop my bow and pull out the rapier and dagger and
Okay.
do a double attack. All right. So first one with the rapier, miss.
Okay.
It's like what was that, a 9?
Yeah, it misses. Yeah, it misses.
Dagger. Missed again.
Okay. So you run up, miss. You're just so excited. You got out of Neverwinter. You see, for my mom, and you you get very excited because you just nuked that guy right in the forehead, and yeah. All right. So it is going to be.
Wait, miss, but did you do the 4s? Did you add the D4s?
Oh, you could add your D4. Well, he wouldn't even hit with a 4.
Like,
Oh, okay.
it's so bad.
Yeah,
it's
he wouldn't
not
hit with a
worth
4.
Yeah.
And it's not like a bardic inspiration where you use it once. You can literally use it every time for a
just keep
minute.
using it. Yeah, as long as I keep concentration.
Yeah.
The D4
So
doesn't work. You're rolling like 6s.
So the goblin who is really hurt goes next. And he gets up. He's really mad. He pulls out his scimitar and sees you right there.
Yeah.
That hurt! He just slashes at you. It only rolled a 10, so he misses. And then there's one further back near the guy that you hit. sees you again, and he runs up to you. You're the closest person he sees. He rolls an 8. These poor goblins. And then there's one kind of on the same level as the one that May hit, and he is going to run at May since she's just a little bit. You're a little bit further back, about like 5-10 feet further back. But he's going to run up to you. I rolled an 18. I think that hits. So does 4 damage. So pretty good hit for them.
Oof.
4 damage to you.
Who are you talking to? Me or?
From May.
Oh no!
Turns out you do 4 damage. So those 3 goblins went. There's now 2 next to Airden, and there's 1 next to May. And now it is Zooks, your turn. You see this all, you hear this all kind of from back around the corner.
I can make it within 30 feet.
You can go to anyone. They're only, the furthest one's probably about, now is like 20 feet away from you.
In between my 2 like comrades, are they within like?
Well, one's up in the room, so and there's enough room that you can kind of like shimmy past May if you want to go by. But there is one right next to her if you'd like to just go up and hit that one. If you run past that one, it's going to get an
attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
So there's at least one more like up in the.
Yeah.
like,
That one has
corner.
not had an action yet.
Well then, in that case, I'm just gonna like kind of pop into the hallway then, and then I'll sacred flame the one right next to May.
Okay, so you step into the hallway, you see all this happening, you see there's 1 next to May, you see there's 2 next to Airden, and you make a sacred flame onto the goblin, and he has to roll.
Which is like crazy. Wait, does he roll?
Yeah, so it is
It's a attack spell.
Sacred Flame is a dexterity saving throw for them. So you're basically casting,
Oh,
it's like
okay.
it happens. You tell it to go into a
It's like
specific,
magic missile. It's like a cleric magic missile then.
but it doesn't automatically hit. Magic missile,
Okay.
there's no roll, it's an automatic hit. You basically bring down a column of light.
Now it succeeds on to save throw. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's fine. So would you still like to do that?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, what's your spell save? It's probably like 13.
13, I think. Yeah, exactly.
It just makes it. So you see,
No.
where's your holy symbol?
It's on my shield.
Okay, so you see Zooks. We don't really see because you guys are... Anyway, so Zooks comes out, sees this, kind of slams her shield on the ground, and all of a sudden radiant energy flows from it. And you see the ceiling, now May, you see the ceiling above you start to glow, and a beam of energy comes straight down in front of you. But the goblin you see is able to just like, "Ah!" and just like duck out of the way of it. Just barely. Like a little, some of its like gross hairs like singes off as it just barely misses. Would you like to move any more, Zooks?
I'll just run up like right beside May.
Okay, so you run up right beside May. You guys have this like wall just right there. Okay.
Like how close am I to May and everybody else?
You're in the room.
You're like 5-10 feet in front of them. So you're kind of in the room a little bit further. All right. So you now hear from around the corner, intruders, you will not stop our plans. And you see a goblin a little bit bigger step around the corner and kind of sees all of this unfolding. He sees there's 2 up on Airden. He sees there's 1 that's getting kind of like bullied over there by the 2 look like beefy melee people. And so he's actually going to turn and trust the 2 have Airden and shoot at Mama Zooks. A little crossbow. Rolled a 13. These poor goblins! Jeepers! 13 does not hit, I don't think. Right?
Who?
You, Zooks.
You.
No.
Okay.
No.
So that is what it's going to do. And it's now Airden's turn. You have two goblins in front of you. One of them is hurt, one of them is not.
All right, I'm going to attack the one that's hurt with the rapier.
Okay.
I'm going to dual wield again, right?
Okay.
But do I have to do that against the same target? Or I can use different targets, right?
Yeah, if they're right next to you, yeah.
If I kill this guy, then I can use the other one on the...
For sure, totally.
Yeah, 22.
Uh-huh.
So...
He's dead. You don't have to roll. Your bonus kills him.
Okay.
So he had 2 hit points left. So no, he had 3, and your bonus is 3, I think, right? You kill him. He's dead. You slash at him, and then as you take your rapier, slash at him, you then you kind of follow it up with your dagger at the guy who's just to the right of him, and you go and you stab at him. So go ahead and roll.
No, I miss him.
Okay.
Only if...
Okay. So that goblin now, seeing his friend get slayed, is angry. It's gonna slash at you.
Okay.
Rolled a 10.
Right.
Freaking goblins. The one in front of May and Zooks does not like that Zooks just light beam. Didn't like that. So gonna lash out at you. Cocked. Dice jail.
Cocked?
Cocked if it's like rolls up on something and it's.
Oh.
Dang. Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, it misses. It freaking misses. Okay, Zooks, it is now your turn. You're now in melee range with this goblin who tried to hit you and it just clanged feebly off of your switch. This is supposed to be a hard fight. Continue.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit this thing.
Okay, hit him.
I have a lot to like plus. So that's
These goblins are rolling so terrible.
15.
Just hits, yeah.
Oh, cool. And then where's my T8? 7.
7. You for the last 100 years you've been using this hammer to smith. And it's been a long time since you've been using it to club. But after the last kill on the road, you start to feel it, and you can kind of hear in your mind the ting ting koom of what like a smith would have, and you kind of have that rhythm in your mind all the time because how much you've been doing, and you kind of do it on the ting ting koom, and
Can I like do it on my shield, like pung pung?
Yeah.
Like.
yeah, and you do that,
I like that.
and it dies right in front of you.
Ah, man.
That's awesome.
Oh no! What is happening? Arnar. Okay, cool. So that one is gone. May, you just saw that happen, and there's one goblin right up next to Airden who has not been touched yet, and then there's big beefy boy to the left who shot at Zooks. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna hit the little one.
Okay. Are you gonna run up or are you gonna javelin it? I'll say with a javelin, you'll probably have it's gonna have cover because Airden's there, so his AC is gonna go up a little bit. Because you're basically looking right at Airden, and you can kind of see its kind of shoulder and head off to the side, but you can't see his full body from where you are. But you can run up to it and hit it with your battle axe.
Yeah, well, let's do that.
Okay, so you run up to it and hit it with your battle axe. Swing away.
We got 16.
Yeah, it hits it. Cheapers.
And then which one is it? Is it this one?
Hmm?
You said you haven't even
It's the square, right? I think it's the square.
The square.
The cube.
No, it's my battle axe.
Oh, your battle axe,
It's
D8.
one-
Never mind. It's the 2 pyramids, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's this one. Whoa.
Is it 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kill it.
Ah,
You just like stick the battle
yeah.
axe in its head. It sticks in a little bit. You have to like kick the body off to pull it out a little bit.
Oh man.
My
I'm
word.
sorry,
These
Goblin.
freaking
It
goblins.
had to be done.
It has to be done.
All right, that's your turn. The big guy, seeing all this happen, starts to panic a little bit. He runs back 5 feet from him, picks up the body that is on the ground that you have not been able to see yet. You knew about it, Airden, because you heard him say that there's somebody
Yeah, we
here.
knew there was somebody
Yeah.
in there.
He picks up the body feebly. It's got this chokehold, pings on a dagger, and puts the dagger up to its throat. Says, "Everybody stop!"
Okay.
So, who, like, do we know who it is? Can we see?
This is Gundren's traveling companion
The
that you
elf.
saw, the elf that you saw,
Okay.
Okay.
and he told you a little bit about him. That this is his friend that
Right.
is accompanying him to Phandalin.
Right.
Everybody, stop. What do you do?
I mean, I stopped, but after I kill.
So what is the,
Okay, we're listening.
Do you like hold an aggressive stance or?
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
have my hammer out.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What's your bargain, honey?
What are you here? What are you doing here?
We're here to grab that guy right there.
Here for our friends.
well, acquaintance.
Honestly.
Employer. And I still need to get paid.
What is that?
He will say,
Yeah, hand him over. We're gonna tell him, like, he needs to let him go and hand him over to us.
You will do something for me in exchange.
We'll let you live.
It depends on what that is.
He says, I hate Clark.
Who's Clark?
Clark. You know Clark is the leader of the
Okay,
Crackles.
yeah, I'm down with killing Clark for you. That was on the agenda anyway.
So he says, in exchange for letting this person live, you have to help him kill Clark.
Who are you? Wait, who
tell
are
us-
you?
Tell us about Clark.
My name is Yemek. I have been serving Clark for far too long. He's a weak leader. He gets us killed, as you can see.
Mick, what are you going to do if we kill Clark? Hmm?
I'm going to make Kragmaw powerful.
All right. So, if you'll,
Make Kragmar great again.
well, let's ask him where the other guy is. Where's Grundark or wherever?
Gundren?
Gundren.
He is not here.
Is he still here? Like, is he still here in the cave or?
Gundren was taken somewhere else.
Okay. All right. So, if you'll let this guy go, we'll help you kill Clark, and then you can do whatever you want with the. You can be Goblin Chief or whatever.
Not so quick. Tell us about Clark. How can we kill him? Is there any little secrets you know?
You hit him more than he hits you.
Okay. All right.
He is big.
I do look over. I'm like, they are quite stupid.
He is. I heard that. I would like to be a little smarter. That's why I need you. He's big. He's not like us.
Okay.
What is he?
He's kind of like a bear, but he walks like me, but he's like a bear. He's bigger.
Okay.
Bugbear?
Sure, if that's what you call what that is.
Okay. How about we take a deep breath?
I don't think peddling highway travelers and harassing is beneath the Kragmaw. He wants us just to rob people. We have ambitions elsewhere.
So how do we know you're not just gonna kill him, or we're gonna be in the same situation when we come back?
He like looks at the
But
four.
say that in a granny voice.
Yeah, he looks at the four dead people.
You think I'm stupid?
Honey, you don't want us to answer that question. Why don't you go ahead and answer the question he asked you? She asked
Can we
you.
tell? Is the elf? Is he unconscious?
He is barely conscious.
Okay.
He's not unconscious, but he's like
So he's not like pick up a sword and here we go.
he's pretty rough off.
Okay.
Yeah, even if I heal, like I thought about healing him, but I don't want to deal with that. If he just gets stabbed if I heal him, it just wouldn't.
So where is
Much.
Man, I'm so bad with names. Clark.
Clark. He will tell you that Clark is, if you keep following that hallway, that it will go across a bridge into
other
it
direction,
back in the
right?
other direction.
Okay.
So basically on the other side of
So this room's a dead end, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So you can see
turn-
now where this conversation, you can see it's just a little cubby
L-shaped
that where he is.
All right.
Do you agree?
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I say we agree. Let's leave the elf here, and we'll go with you to kill Clark.
Okay. So we're just gonna like walk in. What do we? I mean,
Well, where is he at? Like, what are our options? Can we sneak up on him? You know the cave.
I can't. Oh, what if I pretend like you're our prisoners? We sneak you in the room, and we surprise attack him.
I literally just asked what the plan is, and he's coming up with it now.
Listen,
How does that work? I mean, who's gonna believe that the three of us are your prisoners?
Hey, I'm strong.
I'm sure you are.
I'm the true leader of the Cragmaw. We should not be led by bugbear. That's it. Should be a goblin leading.
I'll tell him that I'm gonna tell him I don't think he could arm wrestle me. He's strong. Yeah. After that statement, yeah, I'm gonna try to get him away from the body.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, let's see. A 12. Wait, it might be a little higher. Wait 1 second. 12 is natural. Persuasion just 1, so 13.
You rolled a 19.
Oh no! Okay. That would be funny if you just walked away from the body.
You're trying to trick me. Are we doing this or not? What's the plan?
I don't like that plan of us being your prisoner, though.
You go do it. How about this? You go kill him. You come back,
Yeah, I like that.
and it'll be good.
Why don't you come help us? Why don't you lead us to the room? You go in, and then we'll make an attack, and then you can like try to stab him from the back or something.
Hey, I don't like that as much. But you just do it. You can take him with you.
And you can hear you. Yes, take me with you. He chuckles a little, almost like, "Do you see me? Yes, take me with you." And that's the elf speaks.
I mean, the elf's not going to be any good, right?
I think that's
You can
what
walk-
he was saying.
walk.
I think that's like why the elf was chuckling.
Yeah.
He can't help.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Okay. He will,
Yeah,
if you agree, he's gonna kind of release
Do the prisoner
the elf
thing. Yeah.
and push him and like just back off.
Okay. Okay.
But he's not going to come help us, or even show us where he is.
He said he had one option to help us, and his one option to help us is that all three of us are prisoners.
But he tells you where to go. He tells you go down that hallway.
Yeah.
Well. Let me see. He'll tell you there are goblins along the way.
Okay.
There's one on the bridge.
Well, so he could make them stand down too if he came with us.
It depends. Some of them are loyal to Clark. He's trying to lead a revolt, basically, and you killed all of his followers.
Okay.
So he said, "You go kill Clark. Come back. This isn't all the Cragmaw. There's so many goblins. They're just not all here. You go kill Clark. I become leader. You leave with your elf friend. That sounds like a good deal. Well, stop. I don't care about that road. That road, we don't get much cool stuff. Clark's stupid.
All
I'm
right,
smarter than him.
If you'll stop doing the raids.
Oh yeah, we're leaving here. This.
Well, okay.
He'll
All right,
kind of
I'm
like put his
Yeah.
dagger away, and he'll push the elf, who you remember. I guess Gundren would have told you his name is Phandalin.
Tanlin.
Yeah.
And you can see Phandalin can stand, like he's kind of wobbly, but stand. Aren't these goblins great? You can tell he's been like beaten up. You can imagine these goblins have been like
I don't think
punching him out.
I don't think we should take him with us. I think we should like leave him somewhere relatively safe and out of the way.
He's like, if you just give me a little bit of healing, I can be very useful.
Okay.
That.
We could probably both heal him up to full.
He's like, I wouldn't mind a crack at this clog myself.
Let me. Well, yours is a free.
Yemek tells you that now that this deal has been made, that he will meet you at the front of the cave by himself,
All right.
Okay.
and he leaves you in this room.
I think my cure wounds
now that
is
he's
probably the most powerful thing, healing wise, that we have on the party.
let me get his character sheet.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and cure wounds on him,
Okay.
and that's my other spell slot for the day. But
Okay.
I'll just do cantrips for this.
Okay. Well, would you? How many points?
It's 10 hit points.
10 hit points.
Wow.
Almost
You
max.
see, so Granny walks up.
11
like,
would be
just like-
max.
Do you like patch him? But he's older
Oh
than.
no,
He's probably like your
De- de-
age, but in Elven, it's a lot
definitely-
younger.
definitely
You pinch his cheeks.
The pinch cheeks. Yeah.
You can
like-
do it, sweetie.
No, I was like, I remember an elf just like you.
Okay. So I remember an elf just like you, and you see this just like from her shield, I guess would be on your back. You see this kind of like energy course through Granny that goes up on into her arm, into her like fingers, and you can see it just spread throughout Phandalin. He's like, "Thank you very much." And you see he's just like a completely different person.
I think Granny should have like magic chicken soup. She just feeds people.
So we
That
were
was an
talking-
idea.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Yeah. We were talking about a possible magic item that, like, instead of good berries,
Yeah.
it was like good pastries.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe in the future.
Okay.
See what
So,
happens.
Talon will say thank you very much, and he'll say, the situation is even more dire than you understand. He will go on to explain more than Gundren would have told you. Gundren just told you he had business in Phandalin, that he wanted you to deliver this this mining supply. But Talon will tell you that he originally met up with Gundren because a member of my order went missing in Phandalin, and there's been no news, and I just wanted to know something about him. So I heard of Gundren, and I kind of attached my my desires with his. Decided to be his travel partner to get me down to Phandalin, and he will continue to explain to you how Gundren also employed him to help him in this. Helped him or kind of convinced him in his order to help him with this issue. He'll tell you that the three Rockseeker brothers, Gundren, Thardan, and Nundro, recently located a lost cave in Phandalin, near Phandalin, called the Wave Echo Cave. Everyone make the Wave Echo Cave. It's this mine in Phandalin. Yes. Ooh, sorry. And it's a very special cave. It's this ancient cave that's magical. And it has a lot of mineral wealth and kind of the area of Phandalin. He'll tell you once was a very rich, Phandalin used to be a very, very rich and vibrant place. There's a lot of mineral that went through it. And also more than just the mineral wealth of the cave, it had magical power. So it could imbue items with magic. It can imbue stone with magic. And there was a might in it. But a long time ago, there was a necromancer who wanted the power for himself. And there was basically a battle where basically there was like humans and dwarves and elves that came to fight against this thing. And they were victorious over it. But the cave was lost. The tunnel collapsed in like an attempt to save it. And basically the memory of this was erased and it was lost. But Gundren and his brothers found it. And he tells you that there is another entity called the Black Spider
Ooh.
who wants this.
Yeah.
What, Sam? You think it's
No, I'm just
stupid?
laughing. No, D&D. The Macro Brothers.
Called Black Spider who wants.
It's like one of the best episodes.
Yeah, it's great. Who wants it for himself? And there have been raids and attacks, and Gundren and his brothers are trying to help, but that Black Spider has hired, or basically coerced, the Kragmaw goblins into helping him secure this thing. So that's what Phandalin will tell you.
So the Black Spider is the name of.
Black Spider is the name of this entity that is stopping the Rockseeker brothers from.
Like an actual spider, like Shelob.
He said he will never. It's not an actual spider. But he's never actually seen this person before.
Okay.
It's very secretive, and I think that is where we'll leave off until next time.
That's a good spot to leave off on.
It's probably one of the best episodes of the Adventure Zone.
Yeah. The Adventure Zone. Okay. Hey, you guys did great. Those freaking goblins, man.
Dude, that last fight was like easy. I don't think any of us got hit.
One of y'all got hit for 4 damage. I forgot. I think it was
really?
May that got hit for 4. They kept rolling like 3s and 2s and
Yeah.
4s. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on. And that's even meant for 5 people. It's sad.
That's funny.
That's what sneak attacks can get you.
Oh, I thought you scaled it down. For...
I took one of the goblins away. It's supposed to be 5 goblins in that guy.
Oh, okay.
In Yemix. Only took 1 away. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
So you left off where this is now a bigger thing than you kind of thought it was. It was just a cart that you were helping, sending mining supplies, and now it's like this kind of serious situation for the region, to where if this Black Spider person gets a hold of this mine, who knows what they could do with the power inside it. Cool. So we will figure out how to include the people coming back next.
Do we get any more XP now, or are you just going to do
No,
it at the
we'll
end?
do it in big blocks.
Okay.
But you all have 75. Cool. Thank you, guys.